Hey everybody, how you doing? Last match of the day. Here we go. Oops. So how is everybody doing? Hope you guys are in for an exciting turn of events on this channel. We'll definitely be upping the ante today. Alright, if you guys have been with me, well, the people that know me and have been with me for most of the part of my so-called so far YouTube journey, you'll know that I keep my words and I keep my readings authentic. Right? I don't have to give any bullshit. I don't, how do you say it? I don't like to wall in bullshit. I'd rather have 100% truth and everything, going in a good motion. So, I'm just going to clean this cloth and finally got the table more organized so I'm not having to, sit here with all my Dreamcatcher stuff as well and making those, and, I just didn't want the mess. So, we ended up getting that done today. Kind of cleared everything out a bit more. Got the incense going, so we're going to do our smudge now. I'm going to turn this. I want to turn this song up, but I'll leave it. Whatever. Who cares? The copyright strike me anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right? Okay, so where am I here? Alright, so I don't know who's here. Hi, Amy. Hey, Lacey, how are you doing, girl? Are you doing much better? I was wondering about how you were doing the other day. How are you doing, girl? Are you doing much better? I've got sound on your line going here. Excuse me. So, I hope things are going well. I hope that, everything that we talked about is, kind of giving you a peace of mind. Well, that's good. I'm doing actually pretty good. I've been tired. Just really tired and drained feeling. But it wasn't so much, I guess, being tired. I think it was more of taking a break and just actually not doing anything for the day, but I ended up working on another dream catcher. I don't stop. Like, I stop for maybe like 10 minutes and then I'm off doing something else. It's like I have to keep moving and just can't sit idle. I can't sit idle, right? Oh, what in the heck? So there we go. So that's that. And that over there. So yeah, so I've had a great day otherwise. I'm late getting to the readings because of the dream catcher I was working on. I wanted to finish it before I got distracted into doing something else. So there we go. So that's good. I'm glad you're doing. It helps when you get some kind of with what we talked about, saying that you get some relief and you're not so stressed as to the unknown factor. So hopefully things are a little easier and moving more in your favor. I really hope so. And if not, then you know that you can always, tell me that you hate me and that, you just can't stand being around me. No. I have no reason not to give you the truth. And so today we're going to do a live call-in show. We're going to do some of those things that I was talking to you about as well for the channel, which, you gave great support for the ideas, and, I'm kind of weighing out, which ones I really want to do. I'm trying to figure out how I can make like referrals and have different bonuses for when people sign up, that you get your frequent flyer miles, or whatever you want to call it, frequent flyer dollars, that you can apply later on. Or we could do like I said, like a punch card where you get 5 readings and your 6th one's free, or do 6 readings and you get the one free, the 7th one free. So we'll see what happens with that. And in order for that to be applicable, it has to be a minimum order of $10 on each punch. Otherwise, it's not crediting you guys. But in the end, you guys end up getting your choice of whether you want to spend it on readings. It's open to whatever services that we do here on the channel at Mystic Native Dreams. So I think that's what we're going to do. Oh, hey, Lacey. Hey, no problems, girl. I know you're awesome. You keep your word, and that's what I like, to keep your honor. And never promise anything you can't do, right? Otherwise, it just causes for a lot of confusion. So I'm glad I don't have any of that stress right now. I'm really happy. It's been a great week. Very productive. So we'll see how the weekend turns out for us. I don't know how many people have got plans for the weekend or what everybody's doing, but hey, hopefully I have a good one. So I called it the call-in show. So here is where we get to take, like we did at the last video we did a few days ago. And I'm trying not to put out too many videos because I'm just not. My time schedule is freeing up now. Like it's a little bit more balanced and more easier to handle. But hey, who's really doesn't matter, right? So I'm gonna post the number. I don't know how many people are here, but anybody that's going to be calling in, I actually have to open up that window too. Sorry, guys. Give me one sec. I have to open up the link so that it will come through on the actual computer like we did last time instead of my phone. So there we go. So we're going to log in and we're going to see what's in store for us today through the cards, through, just channeling energy. It's been actually, I always feel better. And it's funny because so many people think that I get drained from doing the readings, which I do. Like it is a lot of mental and spiritual stuff that drains you. But at the same point, after I eat and finish with the actual channel, I actually have a boost of energy. Like I felt like it was a successful stream, or it was a good, excellent live show, and then I just get pumped up again. So it's like, really, where do I have to go now? I just did one, so why should I? But I think it's more taking the breaks in between when I'm doing longer streams for you guys to, be able to, be interactive and ask questions and everything, right? So yeah, so as I was saying before, the actual, here, I can put it on here. So um, so we'll do I don't have any of my subs in today. I deleted some people from subs. Oh, Justin. Hey, Talbot. Hello. Welcome to the channel. I'm just getting here. I should have this all pre-done. Like seriously, I need to get myself an actual general account here. Okay. So just give me a minute, guys. Hang out. See who's all here in a few seconds. Okay, so the first link that I'm putting in is the link to for donations. The second link I'm going to put in is going to be the phone number for people to call in. And oh, I forgot a letter in there. Hang on one sec. Oh, well, I'll leave it. For the conditions for being able to get the free reading via phone, we're going to do them actually via the phone. So I'm just going to wait for a few more people to get in, and then we'll do like a warm-up call. Somebody will be able to call in and, have something good to say, or wanting to know an answer about something. We can do it really actually interactively live now. As we did the last time. The last video, we managed to knock that one out of the park. So we know that it works. We know that we've experienced it, so we're going to give it a shot. And I don't think anybody on YouTube is actually doing this. Oh, okay, so it's, okay, one sec. Oops. Okay, so that one's dealt with. Okay. So now we have, okay, so we've got that one set up. I was going to say I've never seen a live calling before. So you've never actually, okay, so this is going to be new. You'll see how many people just take this and run with it after I'd go and create it. There's certain people that watch my style and I've kind of made it work for them. So, I'm just going to be using this one calling app that works via either laptop or phone. So it might disrupt our link with my phone, but hopefully it won't. So what we're going to do, okay, we're going to put the number up, which is... Okay, so, and this is not anything to do with my personal line. This is strictly for work and for the channel. Okay, so that's, just want to give you a heads up. 79383. Okay. So, so this is a call in. And when I tell you to call in, then you can call in, because I'm doing random ones. Like, I'm just picking certain ones that I get vibration for. So don't fret if you don't get answered right away, because I don't necessarily have like a running tally, so it's whatever messages are coming through at that time for whoever it's resonating with. And then you can give a call in. Just let me let my cat back in, because it's cold out here. So she always likes to be inside when I'm doing readings. Come on then. Good girl. Yeah, my cat is the type of cat that loves it when it's spiritual time in the house. Yes. Come here. Give you some keys. You're not bugging Mama. There you go. Okay. You're taken care of. There you go. So yeah, so she always has this habit of going outside, and then whenever I start doing any spiritual work, or working on dream catchers or whatever it may be, she has to always come in. So the vibration draws her in. It's really cute that she likes to be around when I'm doing this. Let's see. You like all the feathers in the background? Do you mean my picture, or do you mean the dream catchers that are full of feathers? Kind of a double-ended question for that one. But yeah, I made another one for a friend of mine that I ended up adding different feathers to it to make it look a little bit different. So I changed the look on that one. I haven't had a picture of it put up yet. But if Jessica ends up showing up, you guys, can you just let her know that I have sent her an email? I was going to say I've never seen a live call. Great idea. Okay, so Justin, how would you like to be our warm-up caller? You want to give this a shot? Let's see how well we do with it. Would you be willing to allow your personal information be recorded via YouTube for everyone to hear here? Because if it gets private, then I automatically shut it down. If there's too much personal information, I won't share that. So I always let you know I don't sugarcoat. I don't cater to somebody's energy. I just deal with what's in the card. I disconnect my energy from the actual reading, so that it doesn't get flown into the actual reading. Right? So you can be the first one that can be the call-in. We'll put you as a guinea pig, for just like we did with the last call-in we did. That just blew the girl's mind again. I'm a mineral. How do you collect minerals? You mean like crystals and stuff, or are you talking about? Oh, somebody tried to call already. What was this? Oh no, it was somebody else that we did a reading for. The person that we last time did. I'm just gonna let her know live stream. Yeah. So, oops. Why does it do that? Okay, so we'll get that taken care of, and then we need to go back. All right, so the actual number to call in, and I'm going to post it in the chat so you can phone in and get it. So if you are asked to be, or if you're being called to phone in, don't just call in because you need an answer right away. It'll show up as whatever, if it's a necessary call in, and I will get the resonation if it is. So we're just going to take you, Justin. You're new to the channel. That's what we like to do to the new crowd is, do their readings and blow their minds. That's all we do here. Not so much blow your mind, but you will be blown. I don't need to know anything as far as your situations, but I'll be asking questions throughout. You don't have to say anything. This is like a total cold read. I don't know anything about you. I don't even know you from Adam. And to have that accuracy coming through. Oops. Okay, why is it not ringing through here? Okay, so she's Okay, so this is the other person that has the access to this number. Okay, so she's on her way in, Miss Justina. She's going to come in and hang out with the channel, but it's really cool because I've got everything set up for you guys to actually like really enjoy and link in together and, be happy and just excited for the channel for all the stuff that's coming in store for us slowly as I integrate, different ideas and different themes. But we're going to do the call-in one. And the number's been posted in the chat for you to call in, Justin, just above. Yeah, go right ahead. Write it down. You can give a call. So we're going to do call-ins tonight, and we're going to blow some minds tonight. Because it's Friday. It's Free For All Friday. We get to do whatever we want on the Fridays. We get to do whatever we feel like doing. So I'm just going to take a breather here for a minute. And wait for Justin. One sec, guys. Alright, so we're gonna generate some hits today. We're gonna generate a lot of great information through the channel tonight, and it's Friday a little later because I know that you guys are adults and some people can't catch it because of the time frame. So the later ones are more suited so that everybody can enjoy after they've had their relaxation time, and they can have time to spend with us here on the channel. So I don't ask for much from here other than just respect each other. It's just a common courtesy channel. We're all very interactive with each other. We're a great crew. We don't like people that come in with an attitude or basically a troll energy as well. We don't like the negative being here. Unless the negative is in relation to the situation that you want to get a reading done on, then by all means. But please make that aware before you start going off in the chat, because you'll end up getting blocked is what will happen. So if you're venting in regards to a relationship, go ahead and do it, but have some knowledge as to how to, bring that energy out. If you have a question how, and just ask me, and I will take a different look once in a while at my chat. I don't watch my chat at all. That's what my moderators are for, so hopefully one of them will show up soon. Let's see what else is there. So donations can go for readings. You can make it on that link to PayPal me, Mystic Shaman 333 for donations for the readings. And yeah, so for now there's just Justin and Lacey, and who else is planning on coming in would be great. But it'll start picking up. It takes about, I don't know, a good 10-15 minutes sometimes for people to actually get their notification if they're paying attention, that is. So we're here to do that and move in a healthy direction. I think that's what we want to do. So I give the positive and the negative. I don't feel there's a need to, sugarcoat anything. I think we're adult enough. We're not children that we need to be bribed into, being good or whatever, right? I think people just have a common sense, hopefully. At least with my channel, I haven't had really any big problems with it as far as that's concerned, and that's been an added bonus. Was if you come here and you have, a little bit of negativity that you want to work through via having a reading done to understand why that energy's there, by all means, just ask, right? We try to keep it pretty low-key here. We don't get too excited with things that we're doing. So we try to keep it going, healthily and for everybody, right? All right, so let's see what's going on today, people. And if there's somebody else there that would like to make themselves noticed to see if there's anything that's coming through for a different person, because we got all kinds of messages here. But I think what we're doing, we're going to pull the male masculine energy. We're going to just try to pull a little bit of the energy out here, get it moving, the energy's moving here. All right, guys, and then we're going to have the joyous part of the whole evening. You like to get, you want to go and experience your life for the best it can be. You want everybody always asks, where are my guides? What are my guides doing? Why are they not, taking care of me? Why are they not, revealing themselves more with signs? It's either you haven't connected properly with them at first, or you haven't even had any time to figure that one out yet. right? So don't take offense. Don't take, any of your, if you have feelings, you can definitely show them here without any prejudgmental. That's one thing. If you are angry or upset about a certain situation, it's great that you come here and you work with us and we work with you to help you create a better existence. Like even when I'm doing a reading, there's other people that are very knowledgeable in situations that can help as well. So don't be shy here to ask anybody, what is your outlook on this, blah, blah, blah. And, you'll get honesty here. Honesty and the safety of not having to worry about your information getting thrown everywhere. Okay? It strictly stays among the people of the channel. If anybody is in the channel and is found spreading anything negative about a person with that does come to this channel for readings, I best you best might want to change that whole idea to not even trying to challenge me. Okay, don't challenge the energy because the energy will kick your ass. At least mine will. I'll make sure of it. Trust me, I can make people get almost hit by a car riding their bike within minutes of leaving my house. So, if you want to draw out the negative energy within me, it's going to be a karma beating that you will not even like. Okay, just giving you a warning. I'm not the type of person that you take my kindness for weakness. Big mistake if you do. Okay. I keep your respect with you. I expect the same with you and everybody else that comes to the channel to visit. Have some respect when you're here. Otherwise, don't come here. Okay. We'll let certain things slide, but for the overall part, it's really pointless to kind of bring that energy through. But if you make it aware that this is something that you've been dealing with or whatever, maybe there's somebody else in chat that has some direction that they can give you, or you just have to wait your turn to get the reading done. See, we will rock you. We will rock your mind, and perfect song for starting the readings. This is a perfect song for it. And I will. Trust me. When you call in, Justin, you're going to hear it, and you're going to be, whoa, what the hell? How did she know that? How, right? So, don't be shy. Okay, so I'm going to use the voice now. So you can either text me a message to get the link to make sure you got the right one. See, and music has Justina. Hey, you made it in. Hey, I'm so happy that you came back. Came back for another go at the can, or you're wanting to, let people know how well your reading went. I really appreciate, the feedback from you guys in regards to the readings as well. And I get positive feedback. I'm maxing myself out, absolutely maxing myself out with how the accuracy is mind-blowing. But nobody sticks around long enough. So let's see what's going on here, people. Okay, so we're going to, while we're waiting for Mr. Justin to get things taken care of. Kayla. All right, so you would like a love reading next. Okay, well, the numbers in the chat, I'm not actually going to be paying attention to the chat because we're doing strictly call-ins tonight. So I'm not going to actually be, doing readings in between of the call-ins. But if you'd like to call in, the numbers in the chat, call in and we'll do the reading live. So you can be interactive and I can actually hear you and make an audio connection with you, So it's nothing wrong with it. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so I need to close this one. Okay, so 807 789 3880 is the number you want to call, and we'll give it a few minutes for people. To whoever else is watching, you're welcome to join in the chat or even the call-ins later on. We're going to be doing the readings via calling in and see how well that goes. Pretty confident it's going to be another amazing show. And it's only for you guys to be able to, get the answers truthfully that you need that are individual. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a reading, and I'm going to tell Justin just to hang on till a bit. Just before I finish the reading, Justin, you can call in. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull some cards right now to see the overall energy for everybody tonight and see which ones we need to work at or whatever. So I'm going to do an overall energy for everybody. Okay. So let's see what the energy is going to be like for us. Is it going to be problematic? Is it going to be beneficial? Is it going to be negative, positive? Is it going to give us direction and answers to the life and love, or in relationship wise, whatever message you can give us, Spirit, for the current moment. This is going to be a pre-up to yours, Justin. It's going to be a preview of what can happen in your call, so just so you're aware. Okay. So we've got the Princess Oracle, or the oh shit, I forgot the name of them. Witch's Tarot, sorry. And we're going to find out what's going on. So let's see what's going on with our first session. Okay, so I'm feeling that this is in correlation to somebody that you actually really have quite affectionate feelings for. I think that's what's going on here, 100%. I feel that somebody is not pleased right now. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling that there's a lot of expectations going on here for people. You're expecting a certain way for things to go, and I'm going to show you the reason why it's not. Okay, this is how I start. I start everyone the same. Okay, so here you go. So now if you look at this is how I want to best explain it to you. When I shuffle my cards, sometimes they don't even go together, so it means there's a lot of conflict going on. And then here you have a neutral zone. You have one person on one side and then one person on the other side. See, and how much their energies can be different. So it could be left or right that you are. And notice that there's so many voids, where they maybe are growing spiritually and where the other person is more spiritual than them. So that's another way that I read my cards. I don't read them like anybody on YouTube. So if you're going to be amazed, you will be amazed here, because it's no magic tricks, it's no sugarcoating, and it's straight truth, no bullshit. All right, so there's definitely unbalanced energy there that somebody is committing themselves, but there are situations that you just don't want to talk about, or experiences that you're wishing to not even have to deal with anymore. So it's either vice versa. So we're going to get to be figuring out that for you, Justin, which way this is going to end up. Bottom of the card is a celebration card. So this could be in regards to a female that you care about a lot. But she's too much of a prima donna. I'm saying that she's too much of a prima donna, has very high expectations, as she sits on her chair, right? So there you go. So I'm feeling that somebody is definitely expecting more from the relationship. Almost like, if it's not moving forward, then, can't survive on, one pentacle. So she might be expecting you to buy her a gift or something along that line, right? And can everybody hear me just fine, or what? Okay, so what I'll do then, hang on 1 second, I'm going to switch this. Alright, so we have the magician, and everything's backfiring. For whoever is trying to manipulate a person's free will, it's going to backfire on you. For one. 1 sec. 1 second here. I'll make this a little easier. Okay, let's try this better. Hang on. This might make it better because you'll be able to hear better. Right now you're sitting in a glass. That's probably why. Let's just put this over here. Okay. So does that sound better? I don't know. Yeah, I tried calling. Okay. I didn't get the notification for it. Okay, so text your name. Just text me your name, and then I can give you a call back if that's easier. It's busy when I call. Okay, so it might be some settings that are on your actual telephone line not allowing you to call through. Let's see here. Can I change this? Yeah, just text me it, and then I can make a phone call back and connect it that way, if it makes it easier. All right, so Strange. Okay, so is there anybody else that's having the same problem? Okay. So let's see if we can get somebody else. Whoever wants to call in can call in, and we'll go from there. Right? We'll figure it out. So the line is open for anybody to call if you guys are feeling up to being, brave enough to do this with me for the live call. Feel free to. It's going to blow your mind either way, I'm pretty sure of it. So right now, as far as Justin is concerned, I feel like this is a relationship that has very high expectations of what they expect from a relationship. Someone text me, who from the number? What? Can't possibly be anybody else because I'm sitting here and Justina just messaged me on that line. So I'm not too sure what's going on. Okay, well, you can ask Justina. She's in the chat here, and she managed to get through to me no problem. So I don't know. Try texting. Don't make the phone call, but try texting. Whatever way you can get through, get through. I'm just going to continue with the reading. I don't have any of my mods here to deal with this right now. Okay, well then it's obviously not you. Do I call you on my cell phone? You can call whichever number. Your number will be confidential anyways. Nobody's going to see it. But if you call me from your cell phone, then by all means use that, right? I'm new to it too. It's calling a cell phone calling app is what it's doing. Okay, so I got to get back to this reading here. I'm getting distracted with this monotonous stuff. So anyways, Justin, you're probably feeling like you're a little bit out of your element with this one. With the expectations and not being able to manifest things that are even are creating things for her, but it's just doesn't feel like you can do everything nice for somebody and then basically they just it's just out of your elements are being tested here by this person, definitely being tested, and it's got you kind of upside down with the whole situation. You're gone upside down sideways with her, and it's getting more difficult to keep her happy, or the female energy that you're interacting with. I'm not too sure which one it is, but there is a very high expectation level within the relationship. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta turn the song up. I don't care if I get a copyright strike. It's Friday night. This is a good song. Oops. Give me a copyright strike for this, but I'll take the copyright for this song. I'll take a copyright for this song. Damn straight I will. All right, so back to the reading. It was like there was a lot of good things and a lot of things happening in your life that you shared with this person, and you're trying to figure out how to get it back to that existence, like that element of service to her, right? A little bit there. So I feel like you're putting a lot of energy into this one relationship that it seems like whatever you do, she's never happy. Okay? And it doesn't matter if you went and stood on your head to create magic tricks, it probably wouldn't be enough. And all you want to do is be able to enjoy time together. So she's very alone type person. She doesn't really get too involved in things. No, I'm not Justina. I'm doing this for Justin. There's a guy in here called Justin. This is part of his preamp to the actual calling, or to the actual reading that he's going to receive. So I definitely feel that this relationship that you have going on is very difficult and is high energy to maintain. So that's what I'm getting. Pre-flop to your actual reading. So this is going to be definitely about a relationship. Bottom of the deck for that one is what? Oh, the Six of Pentacles. Providing for ones that you care about. Okay. Alright. No, I guess nobody's gonna call in. Okay, cool with me. That's fine. Oh. Hello, it's Karen.
Yes, hi, Taylor.
How are you?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So this is, I'm guessing you're Kayla, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I have the right person on the line that I was expecting. Okay, so what we do is this is going to be the second actual live phone call, so this is going to be just another amazing day. So there's something going on with you. Okay, let's see. What do we have showing up for Kayla at this time? Spirit energies, guides, and ancestors. What is going on for Miss Kayla that we need to find a solution or a help direction? You know, put her in the right direction of things. Okay, so we got quite a few messages for you already. The first card that we have right now is the Three of Wands. So you're searching for something that you've kind of like are trying to find a different way of living or in relation to somebody or waiting for somebody to come back. You know, to be how to explain that? That energy is like you're patiently waiting for almost like a person to return to you, but you're not quite sure when. Um, with the Three of Wands, you're sitting on the edge, just waiting for somebody to come through that you're kind of hoping and relying on most of the time, whether it be in a relationship or personal issues. But you're not feeling that you've got too much on the go. But then you get the Wheel of the Year, meaning that this is a good time to start manifesting things in your life. You have all the elements working in your favor. Um, and at the center point, though, is not where you see yourself. Like it's just a temporary situation at the current moment. This is almost like a temporary solution that you're dealing with to be able to manifest this way. Then you have the Chariot. The one is in reverse. So no, there's no movement. There's no acting. There's no active, seeking of anything. You're just kind of, relying on the other person way too much in regards to give you the answer. Right? You're the Fool. So maybe this is because of a cycle that had closed out previously with a relationship that is now moving, back to the past, and you just don't want to be part of it. It was a past relationship, or it could have been a past life and energy going through. But you're confident being on your own. It's not going to really even scar you as far as this person not revealing or returning to you. You're not really too worried about it, but you're praying and hoping that maybe this reconnection will be a bit more beneficial now that you've had time to be apart from each other and grow in different directions, that it'll be more beneficial to you. But you're too independent. You like to do things on your own. You're not really the one type of person that would actually stand and wait for somebody to come back. You'd be like, oh, forget it. Let's go out. Let's enjoy life. Like, I'm not going to sit and wait for you to give me a decision or give me a reaction or give me a solution to any of the situations that are going on right now for you. You're just going to be carefree. You've waited quite a bit. And it has to do a lot with some karmic energy. So this could be your karmic relationship that you walked away from, that you wanted no part of. You didn't want to, spend the time to work it out as a karmic relationship, which is, something that you have to do when you're dealing in your spiritual work. And the information is get rid of the karma, heal from these experiences from the past that you're walking into. But you're willing to accept and be more free to understand. Like you're willing to grow. Then you have the Death card. So basically, with all this stuff that's recently happened to you, your slate is being polished clean. Okay, saying that those cycles you don't ever have to look back at them once you finish dealing with the karmic relationship. That may or may not reveal itself, but there is a definite cycling out for sure. That's confirming with the death card that this cycle has to end between the two of you. So the karmic relationship needs to be resolved. Whatever it is that uh, and how to find that information is you look back and find the commonalities in past life that have how do you say, have been with you ever since you left that last life. You've brought it through, and that's what a lot of people are finding, is that they're bringing this energy back from a past life or a past union that they have experienced recently. So when you cycle into this life and you become spiritually aware, everything makes sense, right? And then you have the Five of Wands. I see a lot of spiritual battle going on within yourself. The battles are being presented in a way that you're able to solve them and be in control of the destination of the energy. And then you're there in the garden. You're peaceful. It's nice and peaceful. It's no chaos. Able to just go back to the days of when things were so much easier when we were kids. And that's when it was easy. We always try to go back, but we never let go of those experiences. We keep them, but when you actually go through and work at that, it actually will disappear. It will dissipate into basically nothingness, especially when it's from past life, right? So just remember, you work from a spiritual level, right? When you're doing your healing and stuff, and this is, I guess, your way. You tried to connect with this person that you did have a big karmic connection with, but the other person isn't responding. They may not be responding or even understand what you're asking of them, okay? But you understand what's going on. Um,
Yeah.
but the battles have been won. Like, basically, your battles have been won in your favor. Um, that you no longer have to wait for something to, either it's a message or there's somebody coming back to deliver the message, or the person themselves has made a decision to come back to you, right? So that's the one thing that I see. But at the same point, this involves two people, different, whether it be searching for the person in this dimension, or if you're trying to work through spiritually. It can happen on all levels. But then you get the peace and quiet and the serenity from closing all this energy out from the death card, and now it's a peaceful existence. There's a few more battles that have to kind of be won with you internally, that you'll be able to work on and understand better as you get more spiritually. You get the spirituality growth that you need to understand for these experiences to happen. But there's definitely a blessing at the end of the road. There's going to be peace. There's going to be harmony. You're not going to have to carry around this energy as a negative. It turns into a positive. Just because you were healing from it, you felt that you had to do these things to be able to mature in your spiritual self. And then you get this song playing in the background about playing my song. This is where I come from. This is where I come from. This is me. That's it. Let's get some more clarity. I want to know more about. I want to know about the karmic relationship that's going on. Please, Spirit, I want to understand, is karmic. Is it coming or is it going? Let's find out if it's actually coming. Okay, so. Well, I don't see that person coming through. They're not revealing themselves. But I do have the Ace of Swords, and then I have the Nine of Pentacles, and then I have the Two of Wands in reverse, which is basically saying, don't expect a response from this person in regards to the past situation. You can pretty much write it off. You don't have to deal with it anymore. Because you made an adamant effort into trying to resolve it, it didn't really matter which way you went. It wasn't going to be reciprocated in any way. So you would have been wasting more time of your life, on this person that you're expecting, a partnership, or, a little bit more involved in the relationship, you know. But the other person is too busy looking out for themselves. They're not looking out for you as a unit. They're looking out for their personal advancement or personal experiences to happen from this. And they're kind of keeping you on the side burner until they can actually transition and not have to feel like they have to be reliant on you, right? Because you're going to start changing, growing, and developing in different ways. Spiritually, you start getting this glow going on. You start taking care of yourself more. And, like for me, um, having very many options that open up to you, but being loyal to yourself and keeping your honor, I think, is more important. Um, More important than, what the other person is feeling. right? Because obviously they're moving forward. They're not really even looking or paying attention, but they're still looking over the wall to see if you're coming for them. So you're both actually looking for each other, but one's not moving and neither is the other one. So you guys could be sitting there looking at, across a big sandbox, and you guys wouldn't even see each other looking at each other, right? But I do feel that he's looking for something, a resolution, but he's looking at all options. He's not specifically honing in on his energy onto you, but he is honing his energy out, okay? Wherever it lands, kind of thing, and whatever it brings back. It's like fishing. You fly fish and you keep, testing the waters until you get a catch, right? Um, but he's going to shake his head. He's going to be very disappointed when they try to move forward with you, and you're actually going to end up refusing the offers because they didn't come through on their part, which is very important. You have like energy and details that are within the relationship that weren't being met, so they decided to avoid it, which was um, their way of dealing with it, hoping that it'll just kind of be something that passes over, but it's a lot deeper than that for you too. um, and now they want to come back to you because you are working hard at bringing yourself into a more positive light, where they're just going to want to just basically ride your coattails and benefit from it that way, right? Using you, you know, against your good intentions. So you end up with the Nine of Pentacles. So you're definitely moving into a more beautiful, more growth, and you're saying screw it with the rest. That's all. That's all you have to worry about is just you. And this person that's going to either be a beggar kind of energy is going to latch onto you and try to take you down again. Don't let them. You know, you're looking back to find out that this karmic situation needs to be dealt with. Right. This is the karma card in reverse, and it's below the Three of Wands. So either you're looking, they're both looking, but I haven't figured out which one is who. But the one at the initial one I think is you, and I think this is him, the other party involved. Um, he's not really going out of his way to meet you, like to make a connection with you. He's expecting you to, because he's a man energy, he expects to be treated like a king. Well, he's not even in a king position taking care of you, so why would you want to treat him as a king when he's not the king? Right? So yeah. You get the Ace of Swords, then you get you showing up with, an amazing person, right? You got the Ace of Swords. Then below that, you got you that's coming in through the garden gate looking all hot and hot bodied. And, yeah, I'm looking good now without, the extra weight or baggage that I have to drag behind me. You got the Nine of Pentacles there. You're almost done with this growth and this person. And then he's still looking out. He's still looking for someone else. He's not even looking for you, but he's still taking the advantage of being able to look out and being single and stuff. So he thinks. He thinks it's a good idea. Um, so I'm going to pull the masculine tarot now, and I want to get the outlook from the masculine side. What is the message that needs to come through from the masculine side, please, Spirit, from this Kayla in this reading? Yeah, what do we got there? All right, so he's not going to be happy when you don't respond. So Spirit is basically come along now. Oh, hang on. Has come along now and said, don't accept any more offers, don't accept any messages, but they're going to try to communicate with you for the simple fact of they've seen your growth. And this is coming from my masculine tarot. I have the feminine, which I just drew all your cards with, but this one is the other Rider Waite that I use for the masculine energy. So he's going to be disappointed when that cup comes back and has nothing in it. There's no response. And he's going to be upset. But he has created this for himself, so you can't be held accountable for his situation. What he's done in his life, you can only be accountable for, if you had an argument or something, you own your part in it, or, you have that slight disagreement. But this is basically not having to do anything, like just be like, not saying a mooch, but someone that really doesn't care whether they're in a relationship or not, in honesty. But when they don't have it, almost like it's like and I hate this word because I don't like people that are like this, but narcissistic. He's expecting you to respond. And when you don't, stroke his ego or anything, he's going to get upset, which is fine. At least he's being put in his place as far as where he belongs, right? He needs to understand you can't just, live your life willy-nilly and just keep taking all your life, right? So he's gone. He's on the move. He's moving on. He's realizing that there's no possible way this is going to work, or he's not even wanting to make it work when he got that response back, or it was an empty cup that came back that he tried to make a communication with you before. And it came back saying, nope, not accepted. Return to sender. right? So,
Right.
so then he's high on his horse. It didn't take him long to get back on his horse and go pursuing for somebody else. So it's not like you were a great loss to him, which is fine because that gives you the freedom now to go and find somebody that is going to appreciate your energy for being you, right?
Not
Um,
at all.
Somebody that's going to willing to support you and be a partner, a partner, a best friend, friendship. There's advancements for males to be able to come and kind of take care of you, but just be careful who the quality is a big thing. Be sure that somebody is meeting your expectations, but not to have such high expectations that they can't meet them, right? So there's where the situation might go
Right.
differently, is that the expectations from your side might be too much for them to understand because they're very, kind of dense people sometimes, um, where they're not even awake to what you're saying. They don't even understand the meaning of it. They hear it, but they can't compute it, right? Um,
Right.
that's what I'm saying, that the communication was there, but the other person wasn't understanding or had the capabilities to actually be a partner at that time, okay? And there's the Ten of Swords. So now they're searching, and then they have the Ten of Swords. So they know that this cycle is done. Okay, the interaction between the two of you either has ended, and you can rebuild from it. It's a possibility of what could happen for you. Maybe this person's gone and done the work to be a worthy partner at this point. But there's expectations that you have that you lay out, and you find out. You'll find out if he's ready to really move on and move forward in a positive manner. After him getting a Ten of Swords and all his work that he's put forward, has failed him. So he's, it's like game over, and then you can just restart the game again, and you get like 3 lives again. You know what I mean? So,
Gotcha.
right. But yeah, for them to receive the Ten of Swords
Not
too. Pardon? We have the Hermit in reverse, so not needing to be illuminated at all. And then shadows, yeah. So is there any questions you want me to clarify this reading for you in any way?
I yeah, when I was with him, he had his ex Barbara, like in the middle. I didn't know that she was in the background, but they like the plot thing. So I guess I just wanted to know what would be the outcome. If she would still be involved or still playing the role, if she would stop, or what would happen as far as that's concerned.
Okay, yeah, I can do and see what the third party situation is moving and unfolding for you. One sec. What is the third party situation that Kayla is inquiring about? Will this person still be interfering in the relationship once they return together? What's going on with this third party connection? Well, the third part. Oh, cards are flying. Hang on here. The Tower moment. Okay. It's
Yeah.
one good card to have. So the Tower. We've got the Tower coming up. So somebody's world is about to get rocked. Somebody is headed for the
Right.
Tower. And okay, so what do we got here? We got the Tower. We've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Page of Swords. So there's a lot of energy. The first thing that I got off that was when the Page of Swords came up was that he's going to defend her. He's going to, you know, he's going to defend his position. He's a lot stronger spiritually and everything. And he's got that look of, don't fuck with me, look. You see, like, he's like, don't even come near me, man, because I ain't playing. Okay? So that could be your energy coming through, saying that you're not going to put up with all the rigmarole that he plans on putting you through. Right? Is not something that you're looking forward to. So, and here's another male energy, taking the swords, lost his battles, keep him safe for another day, or just, he's going to dispose of them and just say it was a waste of time. I tried. Now I have all this things that I got, that I received in favor of being able to return to her and be able to make her offerings, you know. But he's in a very defensive mode. He doesn't really want anybody coming near him, doesn't really want anybody involved because he's been through enough shit. So this could be him showing independence from the relationship, but it's not working that way. With the Ten of Swords, the ending, that cycle's closed out for them, and the Tower being the first card up, somebody's going to get their world rocked, and they're not going to like it, whether it be the karma that comes back to them, or the energy that they're already putting out to people and places, and more on a personal level, that aren't working really all that well. So I think that cycle's closed out with her. Like, I do see her. Oops. I see the Seven of Swords. You have a lot of swords going on here. A lot. But it's like he's packing his swords. He's packed his little, his trial in. He's giving up. He's moving on. Like he's a traveler looking kind of guy, and he's got what he needs, his tools, and he's ready to just say, okay, fine, whatever, I'm out of here, and go, traveling spiritually, and see what spiritual connections there are out there. If he is a spiritual type person. But I do feel that he's moving on with his life. Doesn't really have it maybe all pretty roses for you yet. Maybe he's still doing his little pilgrimage to actually figure out himself. So I don't see the female resolving into this. I think that one is over. As far as personal experience, where is this third party residing now? Is this conflict of interest? What's going on with the third party that was there? All right, let's see. Okay, well, we definitely have the Page of Wands, basically telling everybody, hold the fuck up, step back, because, you know, you're basically on the move now. You're ready to rock and roll. Like, get the fuck out of the way. The princess is coming. You know what I mean? You're gonna spend a lot more time with the girls, having more fun. And that's going to resonate with the person. He's going to be, maybe he'll be on the lookout while you could be going to the bar or something simple as that, and end up him finding out that you go to the same places still, and that's how he's going to locate you. So maybe change it up a bit so that if this is really not the connection for you, that you don't advance forward to this person, because they'll misinterpret it. They misinterpret a lot of the messages that are going on, And it's time for you just to go and hang out with the girls. Get your booty on, get it shaken, because we already saw the Nine of Pentacles. You're walking through the garden gate looking like the bomb. Let's go in and see how well that bomb works out, and enjoy yourself. Because I tell you, with that, if that was a body that was walking to most men, they would be like a dog, right? You know what I mean? You'd be like panting because it was so like, shake that booty, So just take care of yourself, look out for yourself, enjoy, and just rock it. Just totally rock the energy, because it's meant to be rocked. You get energy, you want to go out, have a good time without extra baggage or whatever, or somebody that's being self-centered now. I think that's what his energy is coming through as. And he doesn't even, it doesn't even faze him that he had the third party situation. Like, to me, it's like, because he didn't succeed at it. Oh, it's just, another, it's like breaking a toy when you're a kid. Oh, well, it's just a Lego piece. We'll just throw it back in the bin. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling. That it's very immature. They don't care. Like, they don't have any actual emotions in regards to relationships. They're just kind of like, whatever. Okay, let's move on. There's no emotion being shown as of a loss or grieving it or anything. They're just, whatever, gotta go. So that's the energy that I'm pulling out with this card here, that he's out sauntering about looking for someone to plant this wreath or this headpiece on, and he wants to remain in control. He's searching for the right partner, as are many other ones that you can see in behind here with their wands. They're all searching for the perfect girl too. So good luck on the meat market. And down here, he's out looking for you, but you're out having fun with your friends, which is just below that horse one that I showed you. Right? So you're already out doing your thing. So just go out and do your thing. Don't let him have any effect on you. Shake it up a bit for him, and even if you have to, pretend that you're with some guy at the bar, and just say, hey, this is my new friend. Like, this is my new friend, and see what the reaction is. It's not being mean, but it's making him be more realization that it is the end. Like, you're moved on. You're not waiting for, But he didn't get a response back, so now he's on the lookout. You see that? He's not getting the answer, but he's on the lookout now. He's trying to locate you in a crowded room, but he's gonna fail at it. He's gonna end up with the Ten of Swords being the final destination for him. He's gonna fail at it. He didn't manage to manage his time wisely, and now it's done, right? So let's see what's going on with the Ten of Swords as the final card. Yeah, so I would just worry about yourself. Like, I don't sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sit there and tell you to go be back with this person, and then you got, even if the person was the nicest person ever, and there's still like a misconnection from between you two, I'm not going to tell you that it is there. But I do feel that, you're going to be turning to your friends, your female friends, and they're going to be your support system. to get you through this. But they're basically there to comfort you and help you and help to understand them to understand what happened um, with the relationship, why it's the way it is, and just to get you to kind of heal from that energy of being in that relationship. Because we can't take baggage from old relationships into new ones. It's not recommended. Even though it's hard to let go of certain things or certain people in our life, it doesn't mean you have to let go, but keep the memories alive. But if your interaction is much better away from this person that is just that's kind of that's going to take and take at any given moment. Supply very little, but then will take whatever he can, to keep his connection with you there, right? So that's what I'm seeing. So the outcome card is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So not accepting the offers. You know, he's going to try to make the offer, but he doesn't even have the right way to offer to you. In the means of stability and comforting you. Sorry, I try to talk because the messages are coming so quickly, but uh, you know, with this relationship, if you were to actually go back to it, it would be an Ace of Pentacles. It would be a big mistake. It would be, you know, all the same shit the same way. With it all being upside down, never knowing where you're coming or you're going, it's definitely not a place for you. So, if this is what the energy is feeling like for you, it's time to reevaluate your reasons for wanting to have this relationship come back, which is your own personal information. I don't need to know. Um, but it's something that maybe you should just look internally and see if there's something that you're missing. Um, if this person
Right.
is actually made a change for the better after having his little tantrum below the tree, gets back on the horse and starts riding again. So maybe he's feeling that he was hurt or not feeling very good about what he had done or what he created with you, and he wanted to reciprocate the emotion now. And because of the so many times of failing at the last time, there's nothing that can, change your mind as far as being accountable. And maybe he has to grow up a bit. Maybe his immature energy is allowing him to feel like that, right? But he'll get up on the horse. He'll get on his horse and he'll start riding and looking for either you or another partner. But there's a lot of people out there that are looking for their soul partners. They don't even know, they walk past them on the street or whatever. Like, it gets pretty crazy sometimes. But he's gonna definitely feel like he failed. You know, he doesn't want this to be in the right side up, so he's trying to postpone it. But it's already been written that it's just, it's got to have that break away from each other for you to grow, for him to grow, and maybe at some point you come back and he might be like a total different person within that time, right? And you're just like, what? Like you're just amazed at the different ways that they have grown, and you're just kind of like sitting there with awe in your face. You never thought that this person would actually put the effort in, right? You just didn't think that they would even put the effort in, let alone, even try to change. But they're definitely trying to change. They don't want it to be you know, they don't want it this way. They want to survive it. They want it to not exist. Because it's a painful one. It's a painful journey when you fall in love with someone and they're not reciprocating, and it's very difficult, right? So either you guys are just not communicating, and that's causing the conflict. Try it. Maybe try communicating with them. Send them a little, hey, how you doing? Just want to see what you're up to if you're still alive. You know what I mean? And just check in with him. Maybe there's something that he's been
Right.
actually wanting to tell you,
Yes. Yeah.
right? So, and then we got the Hermit again for your side.
I mean, like literally every time I try to talk to him, it never went well. So
Oh, really? Okay, well we got the Hermit on the bottom of the deck too for yours, for the masculine side too as well. So there's hermits on both sides. So there's a hermit for you and there's a hermit for him, that you guys are trying to illuminate a different journey, or to lighten up the one that you already are falling. Uh, you're already on, moving towards maybe each other. Because when you get the Hermit in both sides, it's like that energy is trying to be brought together. Okay, so Hermit here, Hermit here,
right.
evaluation, enlighten your past, because they may end up just crossing again. But it won't. It's only if you want it to happen. If you end up running into them, it's on your terms. And you know what I mean. Like it won't work if there's no communication or there's no growth. Everything will just go stagnant, and you'll just want out. Or he may be wanting out, but at
Right.
least you have the close statements and answer directly. Don't take the, I don't know, well, let me think about it. Let's see how it goes. Don't accept those for answers. Just say either yes or no. It's not hard. One or the other. So I can either move on and you can move on, or we move on together and we work at trying to understand each other as a relationship. That's there's only like three ways out of this. It's your way, his way, or the highway, right? Or there's that bonus one where you get to be together, right? So it's a big decision. If it's something that you want to have with this person, then by all means go for it. If it's not, then cut the cord. Express that to the person that you don't want to, intermingle with. Um, but he's got his eyes. He's the type of guy that will, he's always got his eyes on something else. Not meaning that he's gonna go have an affair, but he's attracted to women very deeply. Like he has like almost like this huge ego that he's like a candy for everybody. You know what I mean? Like he must be a very good-looking guy because for all the women that are chasing him, or that he's going out and having to chase women down, he may not have a lot of confidence quite yet, though. Confidence is a big thing for him. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, my girl. Anytime you need any help, just come on over and give us a call, or say, hey, send me an email, Emmy, I need your help, and I'll respond to you the best as fast as I can. Sometimes it takes 24 hours to get back because I don't read all my emails until the evening. I don't really follow them through the day, but I guess I should be from the way I'm getting my emails now. Um, but be just be honorable to him. He's trying to make a change. Like it's just not a fast moving change. So don't be too hard on him. You know what I mean? But you've got support around you helping you. He's got some, or actually he's kind of alone in this situation. Maybe he needs to start hanging out with his guy friends and say. But guys don't really talk about emotions, right? So they just call him like a pussy or something. That's why he's probably not communicating any of this outwardly. He's keeping it all buried inside until the moment's right. You know what I mean? Which is, his personal space that maybe he doesn't want to share with anybody at this time, right? But if you have a connection, you were able to talk, then start somewhere. If you really want this connection, I don't see it as being a bad one. I think they're come to the terms that they need to grow and they need to understand that life is just, a little bit harder than what they thought, right? That, including juggling a relationship and work, it's a lot, right? So he's just got to learn to balance. He needs a little bit of balance in his life. You know what I mean? Like he deserves to have that situation work out for him. Maybe things just haven't worked out with him. Oops, sorry, I had to put my charger in here, guys. But maybe there's something in his life that was going on, or that he was having to deal with that he couldn't talk about, that was just too much emotionally for him to handle. You don't know. But if you're not having communications, how are you going to find out? So be the first one to react to him, but react in a positive manner, like, hey, how you doing? I forgot. I was going to message you the other day. If there's something that had popped in your head or something that reminded you, just say, hey, I got reminded of you the other day. It was kind of weird, and just, talk about, what you received, the information, right? That made me think of you. And if you're still thinking of them and they're still thinking of you, you're keeping the connection alive between the two of you right now. And that's what that's doing. It's the push and pull, push and pull. I don't know if I should. Well, he doesn't know if he should. So somebody's got to make the move, because if you don't, there's going to be the middle person that's going to come up there and they're going to say, no, you guys need to sit down and talk. This is getting to be too much bullshit. You know what I mean? Like he could be talking to people and just, whatever. But I don't feel that he is. I feel that he's wanting to at least have some communication, but it's a long distance. He could be a little bit farther than, not in the same city. Not sure. But maybe that's what.
We're in two different states, but that's been the problem, is that when I reach out to him, it's like he would hide behind the girl and she would get involved, and then there would be like, I would never make contact with them to have the conversation too. Like I never talked to him on the phone to this day. It's always like,
Okay.
Up in the air. So that's
well, only extend yourself as much as you want.
She has his email. She has everything, so I can't make contact with him for us to have a mature conversation.
Right.
So it's been left.
Yeah, so, if it's becoming like an uncomfortable position, sometimes it's better off just to cut your losses and just say, see you later. Like, nobody should have to be exposed to that kind of energy and being disrespected. You're still human. You still have feelings. You still, have emotions. And it's just, they never do go away. They get easier to manage, though. They don't. when you do all the healing around it. But if there's no extreme closure and you're not receiving the closure from the connection, it's a lot harder. It is definitely harder to release yourself from a situation that just keeps pulling you back, right?
Right.
So, just focus on yours. And if you feel like it, just say,
Yeah.
hey, I just wanted to send you a note. I don't know if you really want to talk at this time or, and just be sympathetic to maybe he's going through something. And, you'll find out later if he was or if he's had a different outlook. It's kind of gave him a shake awake kind of thing to wake the fuck up to what you have in front of you. Uh, maybe he's going through that stage. You know,
Right.
the only way to
Yeah,
find out is to
definitely.
ask. But I don't feel it's not going to be like a hard communication for you guys. Like you're definitely going to be able to work it out and figure it out. Like you're both going to act mature in the manner. And if he's not, then revisit it later. Just walk away and say, hey, I can't handle that. I'm not here to be, you know, defended by some other person that you want in this relationship. Then go be with a person if you want it bad enough. Like unless you came like to him as a direct threat physically, or he was reading your body language as that, he, maybe that's what he was raised as. Maybe he went suffered some abuse that he doesn't like to deal with it, so he hides behind the what would have been back in that day would have been his mother. You know what I mean? So he's hiding behind the female energy, which isn't going to help him. Right?
Right.
He's got to grow out of it.
Yes, he does.
Right? So.
Definitely does.
So just keep him, yeah, and you just check in with him, see how he's doing. Say, hey, yeah, just write not like a defensive, use a lot of I statements. I wish, things could have been better, but they just weren't working at the time, and I don't know how to get, you know, work through that energy as well. It was bothersome to me, or it was bothersome to them, or you know what I mean. Like you have to express your feelings. It'll take time for them to feel safe enough to express their feelings back because men are just men. They don't really feel. They're not allowed to. They've been told over their lives that they're not allowed to feel this or feel that. That if you did, you were like a sissy, right? You were just useless as a man. You were never called a man
Right.
after that, right? So maybe it could be something along the lines of his personal situations with people, right? So it's hard to say, you know, if you start communicating, you don't read minds, um, but you can read his emotions. When he does try to choke them back or whatever, you're able to cue up on those. You know that they're coming through, right?
Yeah.
But you just want to be support. Just send him a nice email. Start the communication at a neutral zone, right? And just say, hey, I was looking into, something made me think of you while I was at the mall, or something strange has happened. Maybe let them know about it, like let them experience it. Oh, sorry, hang on one second.
Again,
Right, so
like you answered all my questions.
do what?
Exactly, you answered all my questions.
Okay, that's cool. So hopefully you can subscribe to the channel, support our little family that we've got
I
growing on
will,
here.
for sure.
We have a great little crew around here, so we're always trying to help the best way that we can, right? Offering support.
Yeah, definitely.
And
For
if
sure.
you want answers, feel free to come back.
Use a PayPal. I'll donate as well.
Yeah, sure. Whenever you get to it, just if you're saying that you're gonna, and I'm not being rude in any way, but this is just, if you say you're gonna do it, please do. Like it doesn't have to be a lot. Like even buy me like a cup of coffee or something. But but donations are welcomed. You know, it keeps the coffee going for me, so I can sit and drink coffee and do my readings. We got a thumbs up on that one. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. I really do. I really like to offer it to people and help them to work through it and heal energy, right? That's what you do as a healer, you know. So,
Definitely.
well, I wish you the best in it, and don't take things too personal. If there's communication going back and forth, just let it roll off your back like your ducks, like water on a duck's back, right? Just allow them to express themselves, and when they start expressing themselves, they're going to get more confident in themselves and more compassionate with other people if they learn that they need to express as well, right? Because it's just pent up energy that's going to turn into anger or something, negative, just escalates into a big negative ball, and then you're screwed. You get depression, you get all these kind of other little things coming through, and it's not fun. It really isn't. Speaking from experience on that one. But yeah, so. Well, thanks for
Well, have
calling,
a good night.
Kayla.
Thanks again.
Thank you so much for calling in. That was really awesome. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday because I don't work Sundays, so I'll do a live feed tomorrow,
Okay.
and then Sunday I take off. I don't usually do any readings or anything on Sunday, but if I get in the mood or I have to, pull it out that I have to deliver messages, it's basically on spirit and the vibrations of me having to work whenever, right? 24/7, AM, FM, AM, PM. It never ends. It's always going.
Okay.
So just keep your head held high, keep your integrity, and just be the bomb. Like don't let that go to waste at all. Make sure you know how to shake that bump, 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 you know. And be grateful for everything you have,
But,
you know.
yeah, well, for
Right.
sure. Thanks again. Have a good night.
You too, Kayla. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Okay, so that was our first caller, you guys. That really worked well. I went better than I thought it would. Actually, it was really cool. So that was Kayla. Okay. So there you go, guys. So, oh, my camera is really dirty. Should do it a little white here. There. Is that better? Ah, good enough. Um, so yeah, so whoever wants to call in next is more than welcome to. I'm just loving the energy. Hello everyone. Are you still allowing readings? Fell asleep. Generally, if you have enough time, thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a general reading because there's a lot of people asking. And whoever is resonating the most with it will get the in-depth. I'm going to change it a bit here. This is the next one. It only applies to the next one though. So if, you know, we kind of go with the flow. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a general reading, and whoever it resonates with gets the in-depth. The balance of it gets to be an in-depth. So there we go. Let's get this one. Show on the road. Okay. Balance and energy. Oh, I'm coming sideways probably on your guys' screens. Is this better? Okay, stay. There we go. So back to normal. I didn't like going sideways on you guys. I didn't mean to, honestly. I didn't mean to. One sec. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Oh, okay. So, what did you guys think of the first call that we did so far? You think it's something that you guys would like to be able to continue on this channel, or is it something that doesn't really serve a purpose? Or get your feedback on it would be great. So your feedback, people, is great. Let's see. Hello, Ten of Cups. Hello. And Jessica, you got my email? Okay. Good, good, good. I was hoping you'd be here tonight to be able to give you that information. So if you can do that on your side. I have completed it, but if it doesn't get resolved, then, I have one. It's a little bit different than the last one. Like I said, I don't create one thing or duplicate it without a bit of a variation. So this is the other one that I had just finished with the red, yellow, and blue. Right, so that's the other one that I made for your son. If the other one doesn't show up, which we're hoping that it will. But at least if not, then, we can have that one sent to you. Right, so there is another copy of it. Well, it's not copied, but I changed it a little bit for the reading. Where is it? Okay. So, definitely have it ready. All right, so who do we want to give this one to? Okay, so we're going to do a general reading. and whoever it's resonating with is going to get it. So I think what I'm going to do, what card? Okay, we're going to ask the pendulum which card. And I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to use my actual real pendulum here. So, hang on, let's turn this so you guys can see it. I don't know if you can see down, but it's kind of dark, isn't it? Turn the other light on, hang on. Okay, so you guys can see it a little bit better. Just wearing black here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the actual cards. It's just hard to see with that one, eh? I'll turn the big light on. I'll do the big light here. There we go. So it may be a little bit better. Okay, so let's... My hair's all messy, messy, messy. Having a messy kind of day today. Oh, it's just broken out. Okay, so here we have deck number 1, which is the Rider-Waite Originals. That's the boy deck, because you guys don't pay attention to the details. Whereas our women, we do pay attention to more detailed work. So that's the Witch's Tarot. That's a female. So we're going to do a general reading for the people that are in chat that we need to find direction and want to know what deck is the best suited for the next reading. Okay, so, okay. So I'm going to go over the cards here. I'll hold the other camera down so you can see. There's the cards here. Okay, so there's a deck here. Okay, so we're going to do these ones first, Pendulum. Are these the cards that I'm supposed to use for the next general reading in the chat, please? This is balancing right. Okay. All right, Pendulum. Re-questioning. Is these the cards I'm supposed to use for the person's next reading from chat, please? Oh, this is a pain here. Okay, are we using these cards? Okay, stop, Pendulum. Okay, so we're going to ask these ones. All right, Spirit and Angels and Guides, are we using the Witch's Tarot for the next reading, please? So that's a no, you guys. Oops. That's a no. That's moving in the no direction. So we'll go back to our Rider-Waite. I'm going to ask the same question. Are these meant to be for the reading that I'm about to do for the people in chat on YouTube, on my channel? Okay, so that's your yes. So when it goes front to back, is a yes. Side to side, it's a no. So we've got the conclusion of we're using that. We are going to use the Rider-Waite deck. Thank you. Look at that. How much battery life is on here? 10. Okay, so we're going to have to switch it this way. We're going to have to put you guys this way for a minute. Alright, so what's going on with our lovers? If this is mostly relationship advice for the next deck, it'll come out. It will come out in favor of whoever has got their vibration and is making the inquiry. So I'm coming at you sideways. Now I want to look at you sideways, so I can be looking at you upways. I think I have to move this way, so I look normal. Alright, so I'm going to move our little female deck out of the way for the time being. Don't want anybody to get hurt. I'm going to stand up for this one. I'm getting tired of sitting. I really am. Due to the medication that I'm taking, I've kind of been going through a lot of physical situation. So that's why also I don't really like to talk about things too much in my personal life. But I've been on this medication now for quite some time, and it's getting to be to the point where I can literally not even, if I'm sitting down cross-legged on the bed or on the couch, I can't move after. Like, it feels like everything's just going to come apart, with muscle spasms and just um, pain. I feel like I'm a 80-year-old person some mornings when I get up. So we're going to see what's going on here for the general of the house here. No, but you can phone, give them the information, tell them that there is a what do you call it, service ticket opened up from the sender, and was recommended to call down to the USPS for the area and see if it's been received or just not undeliverable or what's going on, right? But try giving them a call. They're open from, I wrote it down. They're from like 8 to 4 or something like that. But you can phone and ask them. Right. So we're doing the mail. All right. Okay. So what's going on with our crew here? So a situation didn't work. Coming up with new solutions and looking for justice. You're looking for health. You're looking for you're in wonderment, but the Hierophant can't help. He's not willing to um, be a part of the situation. So that could be an energy that you might be dealing with somebody in your personal life, that there's somebody that's refusing to be part of a situation or part of the experience, meaning that if this is something more personal, then it's not going to turn out the way that you expected it to. It's going to end up maybe possibly having a delay on it. um, there's a delay on the answer. um, and that's what you're patiently been waiting a long time for this answer, and you have waited and waited it with no direction, no anything. You don't even know where to go. So you've got this little globe in your hand, and you're like, where to next? Where do I have to go? What do I have to do to get this information to be able to come to a solution, right? Definitely talk to your higher self, to your God, and ask them for direction. Like, that's the only way that anybody gets through anything, is when they're spiritually connected and actually following the directions of um, people. It's not that you have to do everything being dictated to, but when you're asking for the energy to be given, you're not using it for anything. You're just letting it sit stagnant. Okay, so the energy is just lying there, trying to be reignited, and you're too busy worrying about what's going on. Then you're worried about looking for the solution that is an external solution, but it's really an internal one spiritually, that you need to understand the difference between spiritual and physical, right? Metaphysics. It's not what you wanted. You got stuck with this what is it supposed to be? So you're confused now. You don't know what is the reasoning behind even being here, right? Or taking on this situation for myself. You're not feeling very productive. You feel like, I'm doing this for all the people on the earth, or for all these people in my life here. He's got a little planet, his little globe. I do a lot of work out here, and I'm doing all this for everybody here, and I'm not being reciprocated, right? So somebody is taking you for more than what you thought. So number 2, which is like 11, and then you've got 7. Number 7, 27, 9. So now we've moved from, so that's a 9, that's 10, 20, 27 is a 9. Okay, so we've got the numerology number 9. So what is the meaning of the 9? Does anybody know? I don't know it right offhand, but I will take it and look it up quickly. I should have it bookmarked, but I haven't really even done it. So there's definitely you're waiting for the final decision in this situation, but you're not getting the results. So you're kind of wondering, when is this going to end up actually fabricating into my life, that it doesn't have to sit as just an idea or a thought, it can actually be applied to other people. Like I think this is like something in regards to a business decision, whether you should or whether you shouldn't. Um, but you're not going to get the go ahead for this situation yet. It hasn't been received, or the messages are still being received. Energies, you're having to ask for more. But what are you giving back? What is your idea of what you're giving back? If you think that just emotion and everything and being thankful for something that is all you have to give, um, then you're definitely not in tune with your personal self, because you've got a lot of energy that you can use that people don't even realize are accessible by spirit. But it's almost like you're waiting for it from the top of the ranks. Like it has to kind of filter down to the level. Like this could be a big corporation that you're dealing with. You know, having a business deal with a corporation that takes care of its members. So this could be a new employment where you're getting your health benefits and everything, and you're gracious that you have this job. Um, it's going to come forward for you, or it could be a judgment against you or for you, or for the people of the job or the business. But it's coming from the high ranks, is what I'm getting. So everybody's feeling like they have to pack up and move. So this could be somebody that's losing their job or losing their home. The judgment came down, so now you had to pack up everything and move. I'm not feeling that this is a very good reading, but it's whoever it's resonating with. Packing up and having to move forward, moving away from what you just experienced as far as employment, and moving to a different way or to somewhere else to gain this employment opportunity, um, which is a lot of work. It's very tiring for you and your family. It's not what you want to be doing. You want to be able to be more of a provider, so that's the only reason why you want to take this job, is to be more stable with your finances and with your family or your family unit or relationships even, right? But there's a lack of wanting to know right away. Okay, so you have the Seven of Wands below the Two of Wands, and then you have the Queen of Swords. So trying to keep and fight for everything that's yours, and everything that you feel like fighting for, you're going to fight for it. You're going to defend it, you're going to honor it, and you're going to protect it, right? And then, even though she's got her hand out, she's basically trying to bless you, and maybe she's the one that is better at the financial control part, a little bit more wiser how to handle money. Yeah, so don't live in the past of thinking that the person can't do it, though. But she's trying to offer her information, her support to you right now as you're doing this journey. That it's been a rough one, but they're still with you. They're definitely still with you. So what do we had with the number 9? So it is path is one of insight, generosity, emotion, compassion, global awareness, interpretation, diversity, and strength. 9 contains a little bit of all the other numbers, as well as many unique characteristics of its own. To better understand the 9's uncommon universal effect, add together the numbers from 1 to 8. It's 9. So, definite blessings from the universe. They're stepping forward in this spiritually, making things happen. So this could be a water sign that you may be entertaining, but the person that you were entertaining with has taken a neutral stance. So here's what it feels like. This is what you want to be able to do, and to be able to help other people with whatever support you can. But you're feeling very constricted. Your wife or your partner is waiting for you to release her from this bondage of, doesn't want to be in her safe shell all the time, but to have not seeing what's going on around her is probably for the better direction, right? And there's you trying to offer to somebody else that might be in need, and that's what your personality is. You'll always give to the person that's in need more than giving to yourself. Okay, so that's you. That's your personality, is to be looking at a person less fortunate and being able to offer something, at least of hope, and a meal, or even just a bag of chips or something to offer to somebody that may be going through a hard time, but being a support for that person if they need, right? So that's what's coming through. And I think that's a good spot to stop. As far as the love matters of the matters of the heart, that'll have to wait for if you want the intuitive or the insight into this situation that you may be feeling, you can phone and we can go into it deeper. But a lot of neutral energy, nobody wanting to move, nobody wanting to shift, but where? Hmm, interesting. Very interesting. I definitely feel there is potential for this relationship. It's hard to understand, but you feel like you're in defense mode, battling all the time. It's like a continual battle that you're going through with this situation, though. And when one thing stops being a battle, then something else will step in its place and become another battle. Challenges. A lot of challenges are going on within this circumstances. You have the idea of what you want it to be, but what it is totally not even, understood yet. But you're moving forward and defending your own, taking care of business. And then look at the sun that shows up. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But the person that you are with is definitely taking the challenges and achieving at them. Is doing the best of his ability to defend, you know, defend the family, defend anybody that wants to try to come in and you know challenge you spiritually. Is going to lose the battle. People are going to end up, drawing their wands, and you're going to go into defense mode when you really they're only there to assist you. So don't be careful that you're not disengaging from people that are trying to offer support. It could be a water sign, water energy, or have energy. Um, but the neutral one that is sitting in this picture is, I think, is what's happening is you're asking for support, but the person that you're asking it from is feeling like they're on a higher step stone than you are. They deserve. They're ego minded, and they'll give you a little bit, but they won't share a lot. They're kind of the rich style. Everybody's on a lower level than them. They're always on the high, ego mind, and making people basically beg to have service or to be able to achieve anything with this person is absolutely um, disgusting. That they would make people have to like turn into beggars just to survive, which is what you might be feeling like. Yeah, I don't see moving forward on this except employment is going to change, and you're kind of wondering where it's going to take you. And then the song Changes is on now. So maybe these changes are, or you're kind of perceiving them too early in the game to actually know for sure that this is the way it is, but this is how you're thinking it might be playing out, which, it could be a blessing in disguise and you're just not seeing it quite yet. It hasn't revealed the greatness of it yet. Because at the end of the day, the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords, so every battle that you've chosen wisely. All right, so you are definitely moving up in the world. This could be even in relation to employment, moving up to uh, a higher level within the business. That's what I'm kind of picking up, that is personal, a personal growth of being able to finally be there and be able to provide. Right. So, if you want more information, let me know. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one. So I just want to check chat. Um, so in regards to Sarabi, hi, Sharma, I don't like dealing with the twin flame energies. I don't want to be giving information in regards to a divorce that was twin flame induced. I won't be doing it. Sorry, bad person to ask because I don't think it's fair that people come and ask for love advice when the person is married, and that's just being a homewrecker, and that's just my opinion of it. So don't think that I'm going to read for you because I don't condone the divorce part. If they're in a reunion and the energy has pulled them out of it for your own personal sake, I won't do it. Sorry, you picked the wrong reader for that. Yeah, I did talk. I didn't phone UPS, but you can give them the information. I'll forward you a photocopy of the receipt to you, and then you'll have it the information there. If they end up asking, you can take it into say this is where I bought it from, and you can phone them and confirm with them. You know, blah blah blah, whatever you have to do if they end up having it down there, right? It's just not deliverable. Like I said, and they told me I can. Me, who's me? Justina. Aw, I love your name. It's so cute. I think, as far as this question you asked, what is his wife's intention towards him? That's their personal shit. Okay, I'm not going to give you any information into their relationship and what's going on with them because it's none of your damn business, and that's not sugarcoating anything. I'm sorry, I will not go and be a partner, a part in anybody's twin flame relationship. So you got to deal with that shit on your own. If you're asking what his wife is thinking, his or her intentions are, why does it matter to you if you get the guy in the end? Like, seriously, this is just ludicrous that you would even come here to expect an answer on that. You're not going to receive it here. It makes me sick that people are always wanting to manipulate and be part of other people's relationships, and being involved spiritually or physically is another thing. And I don't condone it. So don't come here asking me for the bullshit twin flame shit because that's what it is. It's fucking shit. And I won't be a part of the separation of two people that at one point were happy together. And since somebody else is muckering in the free will, now they're going through a divorce. I'm sorry, I will not give you information on their relationship. So go find somebody else that's going to give you personal info on a relationship that your supposed twin flame is in. Okay? Just saying. This is my channel. I can do what I want on it. So take it somewhere else. Please do not come back and ask about twin flame relationships. And that goes for anybody. If they're separating or you're causing the separation, I have a big problem. And you are definitely trying to find more information to kind of dig your little hole so you're on the in with everything. I won't do it. Sorry. You can take it to somewhere else. There's a lot of readers out there that would be happy to give you the information to wreck somebody's life. Okay? So have fun with it. Bye. Don't do it. And the reading that I just did was not meant for you anyway. It was for someone else. Wasn't it? Because there's nobody getting a divorce. They're working hard to keep it together. Whatever it is. And that's why. And then I saw yours, and it's like, mm-mm, that's their personal stuff. Oh, that's why you sent me. Oh, for the job, for the part about having to move and relocate. That's this part. This is the same reading, but I remember you had this card here is when I said that you'd be moving into possible relocation and packing up everything and going there for the employment. Um, and it's a battle going into it. That's probably what that was about. You're not really sure. There's a few different readings that can come out of these cards, but for the overall, I'm talking definitely about a relationship. And you know what? This really could actually portray to you as too, Justina. As a matter of fact, pondering the new experience that you're possibly moving to, and trying to understand. But yeah, I think you're if it was meant for you, the message that you should have got from this was there's a lot of movement, a lot of unknown information that isn't visible yet because it's a journey to go to wherever you're headed and being, you know, your family unit moving everything to wherever. But it's been a battle. You finally made it, and you can sit down and relax and say, okay, now I can discuss matters with you. Now that I've got things, kind of under control. Um, and then there's going to be somebody that is going to offer their assistance while you're there. But be careful because they might be very ego-minded. They think they're higher up than anybody. So this could be dealing with somebody once you get there um, of high advancement for the job. Okay, definitely can do that. Yeah, I don't approve of them. I really don't. I don't approve of twin flame relations where they're separating because they want to see if the grass is greener on the other side, right? Even if the grass is green on their side, they still want to go and play around. That's just I don't have the time for wasting my energy on somebody who's going to waste their energy on a twin flame. That's not my idea of helping someone with good intentions. I only do good intentions. I don't do any work as far as manipulating somebody else's free will or to give information that's against a privacy statement. They don't give me permission to share any of their information, so I can't do it. If they've shared that they can have their personal information brought out through the cards, and then fine. But this one I see it's all about movement. The union hasn't been blessed at all, so you got the Hierophant in the first card. And then there's pondering what to do next. There's a lot of different messages coming through these cards. For the most part, as far as twin flame, don't see the twin flame. I see this as missed opportunities, possibly. Because I don't feel there's a neutral party here. There is a neutral party that's taking a neutral stance that has nothing to do with the relationship. But this could be, it could be an air sign or a water sign that you might be coming to interact with this whole situation. There's definitely some water and some air energy that's going to be showing up in the final stages once you get relocated. Yeah, no, I just don't have anything to give you for a twin flame. I won't read like that. I won't get involved in people's personal stuff that are still in a union. I have a conscience of when to quit the reading and when to continue. Right. So something made me look up. I quit the reading and I haven't touched it since. So if this is what you want to take away from it, Shrabi, by all means go. Shrabi. Sarma. So why are you Sharabi? Sharabi is messed up in English. Sharabi. I know Punjabi, by the way. So, I don't know. I don't know what you're expecting. Do you think that he's going to come running to you once he gets his divorce? Is he giving you promises and his intentions and is still married? I would really reevaluate the circumstances that you're in. Um, it's not. It's not if it ends up back. How do they say? If it has a blowback from this situation, hey man, I'm glad I'm not on the other end receiving it, because I would hate to be in that predicament. I would. You just have to wait. You just have to. I see a lot of your energy being tossed around in this. Um, you're manipulating the situation to your benefit. You're getting information so you can maneuver it into creating this situation for you too. Yeah, love don't come easy. No. I don't know. How much more do you want to take? Yeah, so I'm not doing the twin flame reading. I'm doing this as that's not even plausible here. I don't like doing the tripod unless it's showing in the card, but somebody is definitely working the energy for their favor. Manipulation is not the name of the game. That's definitely not it. Alright, so I'm going to just pull one card on this whole thing. What is the overall understanding message? What is the outcome for the situation? Whatever comes through. Okay. Tower moment. We got a tower in here. We got the Ace of Cups. So somebody is going to end up benefiting from this. The offer from the universe saying it's okay to move and just to be, gracious of the universal energy that's helping. The Ace of Cups. A lot overflowing. Yeah, I think you should keep waiting. Because you're right in the middle of the reading. You're manipulating this whole situation to your favor. And you think you're going to win. But then, all of a sudden, you go from the queen, or what you thought was the queen, to the tower moment. So it's all going to fall apart. The plan is going to be falling apart. You're going to offer everything to this person that you could possibly imagine sending them. And you're going to send them, gifts and things, and keep your head in the game and keep them thinking of you instead of their own personal. That, you feel like, oh, I won. I guarantee you, I won this man over, and I've done everything in my power to get him. Even through a divorce, everything, he's going to come to me, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, what happens? Oh, what a shame. A tower moment. That's what you get. Not even the universe wants to put you two together now. You see how that quickly separated the two of you? Somebody's head got, you didn't think about the outcomes. You did not think about the outcome. So the outcome's going to reveal for you. And you're at the center of the attention. And nobody's paying attention. There's no cards looking towards you or at you. Nobody's even paying attention to this. This is not what you should be doing with your life right now. This is not the whole meaning of life. Regardless of how strong, wealthy, or powerful you think that you are, you're just another control in regards to him. And that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's going to be a 9, and then it's going to go to a 16. So that's a difference of 7. But I don't see this ending in a good manner. I don't. Not with the twin card. Or not with a tower at the end with a separation being blown all to shit. It's not going to be it's not going to be a relationship that you're going to stay for long. Any way you look at it, you're going to be dealing with this tower moment, and universe is going to decide and make that judgment call. Definitely going to take that judgment call. So if this is a judgment in favor of the relationship, no, it's not. Is it in favor of you becoming a more situated queen on the throne, that you think that you're going to have all the control and power relating to making this relationship happen? It's going to blow up in your face. tower moment. You're going to have to go through one hell of a tower moment for this to even think of lasting or whatever. But it's going to separate you regardless, because the energy that you put out is the energy that you're going to get back. And if karma's not the game, then there is going to be a broken heart when that time comes. You're going to be very, very upset. Regardless of how much you have to give. It wasn't meant to be. It's constant. There's constant arguing and battling between the two of you. There's just too much conflict here. But the universe is giving you enough to hang not hang yourself, but to hand you, keys to the city like thing. You're going to think that, oh wow, this is all good. It's not. It's you being manipulative and controlling in this situation. And I don't bullshit any reason to. So you need to either have an attitude more positive and more in favor of saying to the universe, if he is in union, let him be. But if he's not, then, that's a different thing. But if he's in union and he's doing a divorce just for this, it's not the way to go about things. Seriously. It's not the way to go about it. You're doing it all wrong. Being the little wolf that cried wolf a lot of times and not seeing what was really going on in the meantime. You won't even see the tower moment coming. But I'd really be careful how you tread with this relationship, because he might end up going the other way. He might not even want to come towards you after that, knowing that you stepped into a relationship and created a twin flame or soulmate connection with him. But he won't physically take. He'll go out looking. He'll be having his eyes on something. He'll be out checking things out. Right? He's checking to see if there's anything that doesn't remind him. Okay? And it's hard. When you're pulling up that energy to happen, it's not a good idea for you to focus everything you've got into a relationship that might not even come to terms. A lot of emotion is going to be coming through with that tower moment. And I'm just saying you should be ready for that to happen. Definitely take your time, because it's not going to be a very pleasant if he has any inclination of you manipulating the situation for him. Right? It's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have, if you're going to do spell work, or even, this is what I'm feeling, if somebody's gone and placed a spell and you think you've won the game, you're just starting, my dear. You're just starting, because if somebody actually did a spell on him and manipulated his energy for a relationship or to get union with him, nah, it's not gonna benefit you. It's not. You can't be doing that kind of stuff. You'll watch, you'll learn soon enough when everything comes back to you, because you were trying to satisfy your own personal experience. It was just how do you say, you're coming to be satisfied. Are you being satisfied? What are you settling for? Right? So Shravi, I don't think that there's really any point to discuss this one any further. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna create. See, and you even said that's what you're trying to do. So, do what you want with it. Take what you want, leave the rest. If there's nothing that, benefited you from this reading, I hope there was something that kind of maybe flipped the switch for, how to approach this in a more adult, more compassionate way than the way that you, like the selfishness that you have done in order to get a connection. Okay, so I hope you do. I hope it doesn't backfire on you. I really do. I'll send you some positive energy, but I'm not going to connect the energy. Okay, I won't. Let the universe deal with that one. I don't want to be mingling in anybody's relationship, in any means. Right? All right. So who is going to be the next person to call in? Alright, so let's put, I just gotta do something here. Okay. So the line is open. You can call. It's 807-789-3880 if you wish, and donations can be made to www.paypal.me/shaman, mystic shaman 333 is where you can send donations for the readings. And I'm not even for you, Shravi. It's fine if you don't, if you want to donate too. I'm just straight up, and I don't play bullshit games, and I don't think other people should either. It's not what it's all about. So, all right. So where are we gonna watch? I'm going to actually. I gotta find that paper. Just give me 1 second to locate the paper. It's in this book. Okay. I'm gonna do now a major reading, and it usually takes a little bit longer than average readings. Leave the heart. Okay, so I have to resort to my paper to my reference for this reading. This will be like an overall. It could be meaning that somebody's in-depth reading, who knows, but stick around and find out. Let's see what we got coming through on the actual, when I actually do a real spread here. This is going to be kind of neat. It's going to be gentle. Okay, so I need to, okay, so I'm going to do a 9-card spread today, or for the time being. And if this resonates with anyone, feel free to say yo. And I need my glasses for this. Okay. Where's my little spectacles? Anybody see them? Top of my head? Oh, here they are. They're in front of me. Huh. I gotta buy new ones, though. I really do need to get new ones. I had to tape them because I busted them yesterday. But I have an appointment next week to get my glasses plus contacts, so that'll be nice, I think. Alright, so let's get moving down. What we're gonna do, a general reading. And, okay, so we're gonna, which one do we want to pull? Let's use my pendant now that it's majorly charged. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, this is so hard. There we go. So we're going to use my actual crystal here. And always wear it, like if you're going to do pendant, little yes and no questions for yourself while you're wanting to know something. I will just wear the pendant a lot so that your energy absorbs it. You can either use a crystal or, a memento, like a pendant of any kind that has some weight to it. Something that you wear often to charge it with your energy and your heart chakra. That's why it's right here. Kind of glad it's further down. So it allows my heart to open up and give more love. Okay, so we're going to take these bloody glasses off. So this is, we're going to find out which card deck we're going to use for this general reading, but an extended one. So, okay, so here we go. So, Spirit, energies, and all my guides, are these the cards we're using for the general reading tonight for February 22nd, 2019 for all signs. Alright, so we're not going to use the masculine ones. Alright, Spirit, I ask you for the feminine cards. Are these the cards we're going to use for the general reading right now for everyone on the channel and for myself? So that's a no. So we got a really strong no from this one. So we're going to go back to this deck and see if the energy has changed in regards to doing a reading today using these cards for general reading. Are these the cards we're going to use? Are these the cards we're going to use for the general reading today? Please, Spirit. Okay, so we got the yes now. See how quickly they change their mind? Men are really bad that way. I had a kick out of it. I actually think it's freaking hilarious. You know, they can never make their mind up, and they say that we women have a hard time making up our minds. But I think it's the men that end up having to go and make everything kind of like a confusion experience, right? Okay, so we're going to use the masculines. I'm going to put our female cards away because I think after this one I'm going to be taking care of business. I think I'm going to I got to get another sleeve. This box has had the bun. So let's pop these cards back in. We're not going to be using them for the rest. We're going to finish with this general reading for the whole evening. I need to focus my energy in a positive manner and regroup. So we'll get the messages for whoever needs it. And know that the line is open. I'll put the phone number back in again. What was it? Yeah, where's my sorry, 789-388-07. 789-388. Oh, there you go. So you can phone that number and you'll be able to live chat with me while we do a reading. If nobody's going to call in at this time, then I'm just going to go and continue with our general read for tomorrow. So we're going to be doing a general reading for tomorrow. 9-card spread here in regards to tomorrow's energy. See, and this is what I mean. This is what you would see if there's really a lot of no communication. You see that? There's like a split division. So there's only a little bit of the relationship for whatever the reading that we're doing, but there's a little bit of actual understanding within it. It's like kind of like bridging the connection between the two people. So if this is in regards to a partnership, the cards will reveal it to us. If they aren't, this could be a partnership that has ended or recently came to find balance and everything else, but there's a few areas in the relationship that need a little bit of work. Okay, so the relationship is pretty balanced for the most part, well, at least for the beginning. How it ends, for whoever, is manifesting the energy, how it ends is beyond my control. Alright, so let's see what's going on for all signs, for everybody and all our subscribers for the channel. And new ones that happen to come by. Maybe, this resonate with some of you as well. That, are in the viewing docs. Alright, so let's see. Alright, spirits, what do we got for February 23rd, 2019? Can we get some cards, please? We got 9 cards in total for tonight's spread. And let's see what the general reading for everybody here for the February 22nd, 2019. Can we get the cards, please? Okay. Can we get the cards, please? Everything's popping off, eh? Everything's just falling here and falling there and just being very active in the energy. Everything's falling. Why isn't the sky falling though? If everything else falls, why doesn't the sky fall? Anybody have any answer to that one? Why does the sky never fall? So I just wanted to kind of regroup myself before I started the reading after, the conversation I just had with one of our viewers. I'm sorry about that, but that's just my terms. I try to stay away from them, but if people are already in union, then I have no problem doing the reading, or if they're single and they're not married, the married ones are the ones that I stay away from. So if you were a twin flame and you're trying to search for your twin flame and ask for direction from where they're coming from, it's easier for me to, be more willing to do a reading, but not when there's a union going on. I won't be any part of that. Don't want my energy integrated into that at all. All right. So we need 9 cards, please. Good. All right. So it's being temperamental here. So I'll do the layer here. Oops. Not there. We got 2 down here. We got 3 down here. We got 4 up there. Okay, so now I need 5 more cards, please, Spirit. 5 cards, please, for this reading. We're doing a general reading for our for everybody on the channel. Plug this up there. Alright, so we have, oh, there's a card. Oh, it's going to go down here. Alright, so we need 3 more cards, please, Spirit. 3 more cards for this general in-depth reading. That's going to be crawl. So that was the same. Alright, we need 2 more cards, please, Spirit. 2 more cards. What's going on for everybody here? General reading for February 23rd, 2019. May this resonate with someone, and if it doesn't, then feel free to take what you want and give back the rest. Alright. So we got all the cards we need for this general reading. We're going to do it a little bit different than what we normally do. I have to practice at some of these spreads, so I'm going to use the spread that I want to most resonate with. Okay, here we go. So we're going to bear with me because I have to use my cheat sheet. Okay? Cheat sheet time. Alright. Alright. Okay, so subject of the matter. So this is what the problem that we're walking into, or somebody has kind of been manifesting or been dealing with, or is finding that they're having to deal with more of this situation. So it's more or less a situation, what seems to be, at the corner of the general thought process to a certain person, place, or thing. So it's subject of the matter is too many, not being able to receive as much as you'd like. So I feel that you're blocking in the probably the selflessness and just being able to work with the universe, and they're withholding, or somebody could be withholding a decision, or is basing their answers or experience on what everybody else should be expecting. So this person is expecting a lot from the universe, and the universe doesn't like to give too much right away because you kind of get overflowed. But I feel that you're not going to end up using the intentions is not there. The good intentions are not revealing themselves in this situation for you. It's kind of a jealous. I want to be greedy. I want to have all of it. It's all mine. Then you have the King of Swords, or the Page of Swords. Page of Swords? In reverse. So feeling that there's maybe not a connection going on between you and an air sign. And then we have, so card 2 with the Page of Swords. Oh, I need my glasses. I gotta go get a proper pair here. So cause of the matter. So this is the energy that's causing you. So there could be an Aries or an air sign intermingling with this that's causing this to not be able to be useful. Somebody is trying to keep it from you, or not allow you to have it, but they're kind of waving it in front of you, going, look what I have, or look what you could have had, blah, 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 blah. So I think it's somebody is coming back to flaunt their precious situation. And the Page of Swords is just like, yeah, whatever, I'm off. It's not a big deal to me, but, there's a jealous look in the eyes of the person on the card here. It's like very, angry, kind of what's going on, kind of confused energy coming through with an air sign. But you're ready to go. You're ready to move in a more happier direction. You're ready, but you're still looking behind you to see what might be coming up for you. Don't bring anything with you. Keep your journey simple and lighthearted. Okay. So past problems regarding the matter. See, and that's this Page of Swords is looking to the past. It's looking behind. So maybe you're trying to reassess the situation that maybe is going on in your life currently, which is this card. So the universe is wanting to give you what you've earned. Okay, so with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords being so close together, it's almost like you received a gift from the universe and you're just like not going to share it with anybody. So it could be a secret that you're holding on to, that you don't want anybody to know, and you're seeing, that this Ace of Swords was granted to you under not very good intentions, was given to this person to use for manipulation purposes. Um, right. So number four. So looking at the energy, though, manipulating the universe is really not a good plan. To be working with one, like as one with the universe is to let your ego, everything go. As far as the ego, it's not saying you have to leave your dignity or your integrity behind, but just be honorable to yourself when you're applying those things in your life. Don't let somebody else kind of break it down for you and end up, causing more chaos in your life. Be very careful who you're sharing your information with, and be diligent on situations that are requiring more from you than what you're willing to give. So this could be you in the beginning. You want to keep it all because you've given so much that it's time to just take care of you. Okay. That everybody that comes up wants something from you. Everybody wants. But then when you need something, where are they? They're gone. Okay, they're definitely gone. So you've got, to go and rebuild all this again after giving so much away that now you're in the rebuilding stages of your situation, and the universe is willing to help you so long as you're doing it with good intentions and you're asking for the help to be able to also make it happen positive in somebody else's, to pay it forward to someone. Right? It doesn't mean that you have to settle and be greedy and everything, but to, you have abundance. Share it. Like you've got a lot of overflow of this energy or that energy, or, being able to be in a position where you can actually be of a giving person for somebody else's benefit, and assisting others when they need it. If somebody's, a little bit less off, offering them, something to get them a warm drink at least, or, a little bit of food and everything. That's all they, they don't really require a lot, and unfortunately, society sees it as a different thing, but we don't. We try to be as helpful as we can. Nobody is on a different level than anybody else. There is no levels when you're dealing on a spiritual plane, right? Everybody is the same, exact same start, finish, place, whatever, okay? But don't disregard the person that may be in need. And the universe will end up paying it back. If the person doesn't pay it back by doing a good gesture in return, you will receive it from the universe. Everything that you put out good will come back to you good. Everything you put out bad will come back to you bad. So be aware of what you're asking for. Details are in the mix. So if this was the beginning of my reading that I was doing for myself, I would put myself into check mode and reevaluate where I was headed with this. Like, what am I doing this? Why am I doing this for a living? And it's because it's here to help others and to guide others into situations that, or through to situations that are maybe a little bit harder to understand or experience. And then you get the wheel of fortune. So everything is coming together. Everything is going to start looking up. Okay, things may kind of be a little bit gloomy right now. Just feeling like you've put a lot of energy into something and it didn't pan out. So the universe is kind of sending you some health, some regrowth, and being able to regrow yourself into a more happy person, and feeling lucky, you know, that you have all this benefitedly given to you freely, right? And be grateful for it. It's not often that people actually want to be involved when it comes to something free. Everybody wants to have some, right? When it's free, everybody's got to have some. When you put a price on it or you put a number to it, all of a sudden we forgot about money. Nobody even uses it. You know what I mean? Like when people are, that's what my view is. All of a sudden now you don't have enough money, and then afterwards it's like, okay, what was the problem? You know, um, I'll give and take on, like when I do my cells, for my dream catchers or my readings. I also, sometimes take it into consideration of the situation of the person. But at the same point, I'm not willing to just give it so freely, as I've learned from my mistakes. So, the Wheel of Fortune, could be a good time to start down a new path, new experiences, more positive, where you're using the elements instead of the elements using you. Okay, you're learning how to, manifest that and be in one with the universe for, material things that you need, not what you want, because the want ones never come. It's what you need. When you need something from the universe will provide. And I've seen this happen, and I've experienced it. Actually, my whole house has experienced it. For the reason being that I have a partner that, wanted to provide the best. Um, but really, I'm actually shocked myself because it was all gained freely. Everything in my house. Believe it or not, I have a nice looking home. But to have, you know, the standard of what I'm used to materialistically, as far as having nice things in the house and a decent looking house that looks, proper and, has a lot of nice things in it, was achieved from people putting it outside to the curb in a mint condition. I have a leather sofa that's a sectional left out for somebody to take. Brand new, not even, there's a couple of marks on it, but that's about it. So somebody upgraded their couch and just put this big leather sectional on the street. So I went, well, my boyfriend, he went and grabbed that right away because we were looking at getting new couches. And we had sold the ones that we had. So we were going to be like, okay, well, what are we going to sit on? Next thing you know, after that happened, he walked across the street and there was this leather reclining ottoman sofa that he was brought home. And I went, what? You got to be kidding me. There's a lot of different things, but that's because you put the karma out. It doesn't necessarily mean that you make out the good karma, and good karma will come back. Like you'll have things landing in your lap. They talk about the law of attraction. I've never really looked into the law of attraction, but I think that kind of covers it. But I'm grateful for everything I have, and it wouldn't have been possible if I, you know, didn't change my thinking or my theory on things. And it really did give me a wake up call that, sometimes a secondhand item instead of being firsthand is just as good as having firsthand. And I was very materialistic before my spiritual awakening. And then I realized how I literally walked through the house and I went through it and I went, okay, well, this is what I contributed to the house. And this is what you contributed to the house. And I was like, you know, the one that just did meals, and that's all was required of me was to, be a girlfriend, have a nice meal on the table, keep the house clean, and that's it. Right? I have it pretty simple and pretty basic, and I'm lucky that way because I was used to be a super clean freak. Like as soon as a drop of coffee would land on the covers, I was wiping it down. It gets frustrating to have to keep doing that over and over again, and leaving other people in accountability to their own idea of what their home should look like. But to sit there and be proud of your home and take care of your home is one of the biggest things that you start at, learning how to take care. You look after things. They're yours. They have value. Even though they're not a breathing item, they still have value to you. Just like another human being that maybe not as lucky as you may be suffering. You know what I mean? So giving and paying it forward to somebody and in whatever means possible is what I think the learning lesson from this was. Is not to live in the greed life. Is to be honorable to your fellow man, whether he be, destitute and homeless, or they could be the richest person in the city, whatever. But, gauge it for yourself as to where you want to be on that gauge, because I would rather be right in the middle. I wouldn't want too much of the desolation, but I also don't want to be rich. I don't want to be greedy and have to, have money that people are only going to be around for that. I'm quite humble being the way that I am now. And that was part of my journey, is to realize the humbleness, right? So just to, how to make this Wheel of Fortune be a beneficial thing to you. Just to open up your connections and allow it to work for you. Don't feel like you're asking too much. Just remember you want to not want, but you also need. Okay, so make sure those needs are being taken care of, like food, like house, like having enough to eat, having a place to sleep, having a roof over your head. Those are the needs that need to be done regularly. And then that gets you in. Once you're finished dealing with that, then you get to be able to have some wants and things that, take a little bit longer sometimes, over a few month period, to be able to afford, a nice sofa. You save up so much for every time you want to, right? So it's a learning experience, definite learning experience. Okay, so now we're dealing with number 4. What does it say? Surrounding circumstances of the matter is the Wheel of Fortune. So somebody is not getting a lot in life. This could also be changing to somebody has not received a lot, which is going to come into some windfall possibly, or something that is being gifted that you didn't see coming. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing now. That somebody could be, that lottery winner. Who knows? Whatever the lotto thing is, could have a lot of impact and realizing that you're going without, but guess what? Now you get to win like the lottery, or somewhere at a gambling casino, or playing slot machines. You're going to get a nice little win, and it's going to benefit what is being manifested. But teaching you how to manifest and be honorable, and only putting away so much energy into something instead of all of it in a big chunk, it's a little bit easier to grasp as far as your financial situation. Okay. So number 6 is keyword to solving the matter. So this is what's going to be the key. So drawing within. Okay, so you may not be feeling very very intrigued or very interested. He's very exhausted. He's very, very exhausted. And everything that he's done has been failing him since, the beginning. So he's actually having to take his time now. He's not willing to. Oh, here, I'll turn this way. Is that better? You guys see that one? Maybe I'll just hold him sideways and I'll just stay this way. So it should be changing here pretty soon. I guess I'm going to hold it there. Maybe that'll be easier for you guys to see. There we go. Okay, so there's your card. So we've got the Hermit, and just going in and realizing, reevaluating situations and really working hard as to figuring out where you went wrong or why something didn't work. Could have been just by the way that you were asking the universe to provide for you. Okay, so sometimes even just a change in words or changes in wording the request to the universe, and it's bizarre. It blows my mind every time it happens. I had this table that I'm sitting at was brought to me free. Gosh, well, I'd show you the couch, but I've got laundry on it right now. I haven't had time to deal with that. But it's simple. It's very simple. The intention, you ask and you provide. You live a straight up life. You don't go stealing or scamming people or doing the wrong and then expect to be able to do it right to make it better. It doesn't work that way either. So if you're living a stand up life, it's more effective that way. You're definitely affected better in the sense of the universe wanting to provide because you're doing everything honorably. You're looking after situations and people. You're offering your services to helping them. Maybe a friend needs a ride to the doctor because they don't have a way to get there. Offering yourself up and without expectation or payment. Sometimes that's the way it works. Like me doing readings for you guys, that's what I get enjoyment out of. I don't have to have a physical piece of money in front of me. When I do be able to give these kind of readings for you guys. But these are freebies. These are general, right? I don't mind giving, once in a while, everybody getting an in-depth one is fine, right? But, free ones, everybody was wanting them. And I was like, bombarded. Totally had a lot of people on my back. So, our 5 card. What is solution to the matter? Hangman in reverse. So are we really illuminating ourselves to the actual need of somebody else, or are we just being closed off and pretending like we don't even hear it? Or we don't even see it? As the saying goes, if a tree falls in the forest, would anybody hear? That's when you seem to tune it out. You're not giving, you're not being of honor, and this is why you're not able to move forward in your transformation, is that you're going to stand there like a chicken on one leg until you make it right, which could be a long time. So make sure you got your balancing in cue. But just being honorable to other people as human beings, as people, we would still interact regardless of their situation or they aren't the essence of what they're portraying. The essence is what inside that matters, that sometimes they can't grasp or they don't understand, and being able to offer that to somebody to be able to make their life a little easier. It's not like having to stand on one leg and dance around just to prove yourself. Prove it in other ways. That you're doing the journey on and doing it in the right manner, and maybe things won't seem so upside down when they actually really are the right way up. So it's your choice if you want to, stand there like a chicken and do the happy dance for someone, then go ahead if that's going to solve the problem. But stopping and taking notice of things as you're going along is a big learning lesson that a lot of people never thought that they would ever experience. But when you have your awakening and you're awake to certain things, the world becomes a whole different place, a whole new existence. And I'm talking straight from my heart on that one. I have experienced this. That's why I'm able to do this work and be honorable. And it doesn't make me stop wanting to move forward and still give out free readings. I still am honoring, some things for people. But for the most part, I was giving away too much of my energy and not being reciprocated for the journey and the experience, right? So, so we have the Hermit. And number 7 here is obstacle in solving the matter. So let's see, what is the blocking energy right now? So it's coming to an end. The swords, that gets pretty hard to move around with. So it's time to let it go. Let it go. You're not going to get up and be able to walk again. Taking that many swords to the back is just torture. So don't torture yourself in situations that you could easily just walk away from. Don't take the abuse. Don't take that, the stabbing in the back, the false friends, friends, or anybody that's involved in your life that is just a manipulator. And taking and taking and taking, that's just another sword in the back, or saying nasty things about you to other people, gossiping about you. Is it really worth taking this kind of a beating, um, for you to want to wake up every day to it, right? And that's what I'm saying, is that you just keep taking it. So stop taking it and start, working in a different manner and making things work more positively for you. Don't let it be, the end all be all. You know, don't let people just keep doing it. Stand your ground and stand up for yourself and say, I'm not, going to be your poking toy, or don't poke me because I'm not into it. I'm mature enough to let this shit go. So if you're going to hold it, then you hold the sword. Don't make me hold it, because I've already had enough. It took me out. How many times are you going to get stabbed in the back before you actually wake up and go, hang on a minute, this hurts. I think it's time to wake up and make a solution, or get the hell out of the solution and make a solution. I don't know which way to go. Well, then figure it out. Which way is going to be the best kind of option? Are you to go right, to go left, to go right again? Or figuring out your life path is a lot of fun, but at the same point, it's a lot of work, because you want to be, working with the universe, with other people on a more positive level. If you have the bad day, hey, who cares, right? We always end up, putting on music or something that we can, kind of jam out to, and maybe do some word writing, jam writing is what I like to call it. And you just jam out, and I was reading a couple of my ones that I had done, because I'd mentioned this in another video, and it came into correlation, and it was like, what? I was actually thinking this and not even thinking it, though. It was just being written. So the masculine energy is coming into formation. So this Cancer energy that is coming forward for, or people that have Cancer in their sign, a lot of Cancer is coming up in regards to personal experiences and personal journeys. Having that Cancer or water sign of Pisces or Scorpio energy showing up in your cards is showing that you can actually be moving from the hermit to being a king, but you have to heal yourself to be able to feel worthy, and that's a hard time for you, is trying to let some things go in life, right? So you're going from basically like a hermit, a man in the black suit, to, something that's a little more stable, more structured, more aware of how things work, and moving in the direction of positivity. And in the middle, the energy that's in the middle of this whole reading here that we've done is the Queen of Wands in reverse, looking to the past. So you got to let go of the past to be able to move forward. Like, you've got so many, like, imagine every experience that you've had in your life being like a suction cup, and then you've got like this bungee cord, right, that takes you back to whatever the emotion was. So just imagine that you're trying to trudge forward, and you've got 50 of these things attached to you that you are wanting to leave behind in the past, but they're stuck to you. They have to be released. You won't be able to release. You'll keep going harder, and the journey will get harder and heavier and heavier and heavier and harder to maneuver, because you're so worn out and carrying everything along with you through the path. Instead of, okay, I'm going to work on this string today, and it's referring to an incident that happened back when you were 16, 17. Oh, I can remember that, experience it again. I can think it out and kind of relive it in the memory of it in my head. And after that, just, oh, well, okay, the emotions that I felt there were fun. They were happy. They were, this can be any of your experiences. It doesn't necessarily have to be all the bad, but even the good ones sometimes creep in and be like, remember us, the feeling of love, of caring and compassion. This is what, the Queen usually does. The Queen will nurture everything and find, something that'll work better for, because we're all not queens, but we're all not kings, right? So just being able to offer that love, but feeling that a lot of it has to do with the past and not letting go, just keep on visiting it over and over. But it could mean that you're healing. It could mean that you're revisiting these situations so you can have a healing session with yourself, and to be able to let some of these little, ropes that have attached themselves through your life, called life experiences, attach themselves and not dealing with them. It gets harder to carry. It gets harder to move against that pull that's pulling you back to get you to deal with it. Okay. Um, so yeah, so the outcome. Um, so yeah, so that's basically looking at, just growing and understanding the other part or other person's view, whoever it may be, and it could be numerous people. It could be singular um, situations that, but this is definitely moving towards, I feel, a union coming forward. But you see this first, the king came. The king came before the queen, so he will lead she'll follow. Okay, so wherever this energy is coming to, this could be opening up new situations for this kind of energy to come through. A masculine is going to look after you and allow you to grow in a more positive and be able to be of a definite staple of a support, right? Like he'll be a beam of support and be able to help you through situations that you've so used to doing on your own, but you have to allow other people in to help you with the situation healing, right? You can't just do it on your own and not have, something that's willing to understand and be there to support you, right? So, you've had enough of this. You've really had enough of this, and now you've engaged a masculine, very strong masculine energy to help you get through this as either a support or a partnership or a relationship. Is going to, stand by you and guide you and guard you. He's tired of being alone. He wants to have a mate, and that's what he's looking for. He's advertising, either he's got air in his sign or he's got water in his sign, but, doesn't even understand what he's looking for yet. So he's trying to, feel out all the elements. And then all of a sudden, there's the lady on the crown, on the throne, and she's got all water behind her. So that could be the correlation, the connection that's going to be happening. So it could cause either a romantic intention or at least a friendship-based kind of date. See how things go. So that's what basically that is, and that's your overall for tomorrow. So this is, and with the weekend being here, we'll be interacting with a lot of different people, right? We get out and we socialize, and even if the person is standing to you next to you at the bus stop even isn't saying, say, hey, isn't it a gorgeous day today? Just loving it and just be happy and positive. Do that for the whole 24 hours that you actually can be. And let me know how you do. See how many people actually respond to you walking past and go, hi, how are you? Wave a little, give a little wave and a hi. You know what I mean? See how many people react to you. And I guarantee you less than 50% of the people are going to say hi. Are you going to walk by them and go, hi? You're going to be, hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? Like, be loud and then get their attention. Be like, huh? What? They get snapped out of whatever they were doing at that moment. Whatever they were thinking of, gone. Right? And you just said, hi, how you doing? Give them a little toss away, and they'll look at you kind of stunned, like a deer in headlights going, what the fuck was that? Like, why is he waving to me? You know what I mean? But that could be the changing point for somebody that maybe has some depression, maybe snap them out, or they're like so negative, just kind of sauntering and feeling like blah. And the way they talk is not high and fast, it's low and drained, like, you know what I mean? So, practice that. Give it a shot. And I want to see the next time I do a live stream, you guys do that. For the most part, we'll do a check-in on Monday and say, hey, that actually worked. That changed, the path even for you, let alone somebody else's path, that they'd be, feeling a little boost there, feeling that, it's going to be a good day then. People are saying hi, they're pleasant, they're happy, and they're moving in a direction to keep everybody else happy and kind of grounded as well. Right? So that's what we want to achieve. That is what we're trying to achieve. So that was for everybody. We really have to start focusing our energy on others, not focusing on what we need to know, but focusing and taking the time to distract yourself from the situation that you just can't get out of your head, whether it be a person, because we shouldn't be giving all our thought and all our energy to one thought or one person. It needs to be spanned out to a lot of different people that be of work. You have to work within the system to be able to help the system. Okay, and by the system I mean as society works. Everybody has they talk so much about this. Certain people don't even know what's going on, that they're sleeping wolves or whatever, blah blah blah, having an awakening, and it's not like it's not something that you would really want a bunch of people running around going all crazy, having spiritual awakening, and everybody getting attacked with the same experience. Like a lot of the experiences that you have. Oh, my cat's outside. My all black cat. She was a blessing in disguise. I let her in. Hang on one sec. Come on, get in here, little miss, messy girl. You hungry? You hungry? Baby hungry? Hey, are you hungry? Yeah. Okay, let's get you some for your bowl. You don't even go near Mama's bowl no more. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. I just spilled all your food. There you go. Yeah, so teach my cats to talk and everything else here. All right, so yeah, so back to what we were talking about, just in general. Even just try it. I want to see how many people and how successful this trial kind of thing goes, and see how many people you can kind of catch off guard by going, "Hey," and see if how many jump, or you know what I mean. I think it'd be kind of cool to actually get some feedback on that. That would be like really cool. And Bridget Lopez, welcome to the channel. How are you doing? So I hope everybody's having, a cautious, enjoyable moment. Why is it that my streams never get less than 3 hours? I have to really look at that and wonder why. But get people liking the videos and stuff, and there's, you get caught into the in-depth ones that take up your time. But I have yet to get an actual. Well, I've done a couple, but very rarely will you ever catch me having a stream that's shorter than like 2 hours. Guaranteed 2 hours. So pay attention. So yeah. So who else is here? Let's see what the heck's going on with everybody here. What's going on? I think my moderators are gone. Where are my moderators? Nobody here. I'm sideways. I gotta put you guys right side up. You guys are gonna sit there with a kink neck all day. Okay, let's try standing you up again. Hang on, where is that? Hang on, let me try something here. Yeah, heart of gold. I never let anybody down. I'm right there all the time for. I should become a therapist or something. Okay, let me try that. Okay. How much do I have? Okay, well, we're gonna let my phone go until 13 because I don't like sitting, sideways on you guys. So we're gonna let it die completely. So if I end up leaving the stream, then you'll know that the phone absolutely died. Because I don't have anything that I can stand it up in, unless I put you in a glass again, and then you can hear me, right? So, are you a full-timer? I am. During the week, I book appointments as necessary, but just basically trying to get everything in order so I can, just launch everything at the same time. But we have a Discord account as well where it's going to be probably the extent of the readings are going to be done there. That's where I prefer to do them. So I will let you guys know individually, send you private messages to know where to kind of go to. But, not too many people are watching this one, but we'll put it in. You guys can, we just don't want any drama there. So don't, if you come to hang out with us on Discord, please don't bring any drama. Just leave the drama at the door. That would be great. Because it makes it, kind of uncomfortable for people there. Oops. Okay, I gotta get the, my 2D. Okay, so it's, okay, so I think that's the one there. That's the Discord. So if you click on it, it'll take you to go and sign up there, and that's where you usually like to go. That's why I want to keep my videos down so I can deal with it more in that platform instead of the YouTube one. It's a little bit better. But we actually made this one actually come alive with the live-in, call-in stuff. So we're going to keep that feature for sure. So we'll keep it working. We'll give it a shot for a little while longer and see. So that's basically everything. We're going for 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm going to be calling it an evening here shortly. If you want to get a call in, do it now. Otherwise, I'm going to disconnect the line until 10 minutes before 3. So you got like 5 minutes to get in there to give me a call to do a free reading alive. Is what it's what is the easiest for you. Okay, so. And then I'm gonna, smudge my house. Been feeling really a lot of pain the last few days, so I've been going through a lot. And it's the side effects of medications that they have me on that, cause stiffness, like you're literally just rolled out of bed after like a 7-day sleep fast and you can't even move. So yeah, so sometimes I like to stand, sometimes I'll be sitting down, but you know, I have to take medication, so it counteracts the medication, so whatever, right? So, uh, Kiera, what is the energy around my passport renewal? Miracle. Kiera, you can phone, no problem. We can do yours as the last reading, live reading. Okay, so, and while you're calling in, I'm just going to answer Justina's question here quickly before I take that call. Okay, so we're going to just put that. Where's our other pendulum? We're going to use this one, the gray one here, to answer that question. So that's more or less a yes or no question. So we're going to ask the guides in the universe, angels, oracles, masters of divine nature, please help use this pendulum to bring an answer for Miss Gina. Justina in regards to her passport. Will she be, what is it going to be able to receive the passport? Or is there going to be a delay with the passport? Will there be a delay in the passport? Is it going to be so she'll be receiving her passport for the United States? Is she going to receive her passport to visit America, Pendulum? Holy, that's a strong yes. Like, I'm not even moving, people. Like, that is a strong yes. Or no, sorry, strong no. Is there a reason why her check or her passport will not be valid in time? So there'll be a delay on her passport then for Justina? Will there be a delay with her passport, or will she? Is she going to receive her passport in time? Okay, so now it's giving a yes. That's a strong yes. All right. So definitely have 2 yeses. I reconfirmed the question again, and it gave me a yes. So um, I think that everything's going to go on without a hitch. And if you do run into problems, I'm sure it won't be too much of a conflict for you. I think you'll be able to get it dealt with quite easily without any stress or anything. So I don't think there'll be any conflicts in your renewal. I think you'll get it. You might run into maybe a first time refusal at most, but you'll end up with with an answer that time based answer that sometimes you can have to wait for. So it's hard to say, but it said yes, it said no, and then it said yes. So maybe the energy is going to be switching now that we did that energy, kind of to the universe. Because anything that you actually speak vocally as well. So I could really use a new pair of boots or a new jacket, and then end up having the ideal go down on a piece of clothing. Signs are there. It's just learning to understand them and making them work for you and how the universe works. Um, you know, I love it. I know that I can make that happen, and I can, even just think now and be in connection with people. This blows your mind, like telepathy. You advance as a human super being is what I like to say. You're more than welcome, Justina, anytime. So we're gonna do Kiara Woodward. Is it Woodard? Okay. So it's 807-789-3880 is a number you can call. Right, so okay, so we've got just Kiara. I'm gonna give you another couple of minutes for you to phone. Okay, so you can call in now, Kara, if you want. And you got 10 minutes left. $20 left, or 5 minutes before the call has to be done in, and so. And if we don't get to it tonight, you can always email me at shamanemmy 333. Put my email, and then you can also email, and we can do the same thing as this, but on a different platform. Just send a text message first, and then I can usually even just call you back. Your number will stay private. Nobody will have access to it. Only me. So, Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to give you a call back. So hang in there, girl. Hang in. Are you there? Okay, I'm calling you now.
Voicemail box of 22.
Okay, well, I just called. And I got your voicemail, so...
The voicemail box of 2.
Okay, well, the voicemail picked up then. So I don't know. I'll let you try calling, but it's not allowing your call to come in. I don't know why, but we'll take and see what's going on with my calling features. I'll try calling you back, because I tried calling you and it didn't want to link in. So are the last digits of your phone number 4835? No, it's not working for you. Okay, tell me if you get this. I just sent you a text message. Okay, I'm trying to call you now, so... Well, I'm calling you right now.
Mailbox of 2.
So, I don't know how to get it through to you now. I don't know how to change that for you. That must be... I don't know why it's giving you a problem. I don't know. I don't know what to say, Kira. It's not allowing. Can you try texting and just say hi so I know that you're at least getting the text? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, baby. Maybe it's um let me try calling you back then.
Voicemail loss of 2.
No, it just goes right to your voicemail. Oh, there it is. Got it. Hello. Oh, you hung up. You hung up on me. You had it. Okay, we got less than 4 minutes to get this to happen, so. Hmm. It's crazy. I get you. We're playing phone tag. Is what we're doing. We got 3 minutes to go. So this is gonna. No, it actually rang through, but you hung up on me. Okay, I'm gonna dial your number again, and it's gonna ring until you pick it up because you phoned me and I answered it, and then you hung up on me. So it doesn't help if you hang up on me.
Hello.
Hey, we did it! Woo! How are you doing, Kira?
I'm fine.
That's good. So, what is your inquiry tonight?
I guess you can say about my love life.
You want some? You want to know if the love is coming in or going out, or not even made up the mind yet of the whoever's walking in or walking out.
Joshua, just anyone.
Okay, so we'll see what's going on with that. All right, so what's going on for Kia, spirit guides, energies, and all of the above, ancestors, and all. Everybody come and give the messages. Or anybody that's supporting Kira, and can come through on the box as well. I'm going to be turning the split box on after we do this reading. That's why I'm not doing any more readings, because I want people to see what it's like to have my world actually around you. So there's a lot of balance between you and Joshua, I feel. Things are like, they go together quite well. You have a little bit of discussions that, normal people do. But I do feel that your overall energy with him is very balanced and very, calm. There's nothing really, upsetting the vibration. I'll show that to you. From all the balance that you guys have seen me do tonight, it's very evenly balanced for as far as whose energy is where and what degree of the relationship. It's fairly balanced. There's a few dark spots or situations that haven't kind of been filled between, but it's very balanced relationship that you have with him, right? So I don't think of whether it be just friendship right now, possibly. I'm not sure. I don't think that there is no real issues between the two. You're very compatible. You both work at relationships equally the same. Is what I'm feeling. As far as their actual intention of the unit or the connection. What is the actual view of the connection for Kayla and Joshua? Okay, let's go. We need some cards here, Spirit. I can't even hold my cards tonight. They're getting all sloppy everywhere. Hang on. So we have the 7 of Wands and the 2 of Wands showing up. So going from he's had to basically go into defense mode for whatever that means to you, that he feels that a lot of people are not really working with him, that he's having to defend himself in experiences. Like people are questioning his integrity or his reason for doing the things that he does, whatever that's supposed to mean. But on the lookout for better answers himself, right? He's staring on the wall. He's got 2 wands and he's like, hey, I'm supposed to be holding this for the other half. Okay. He's having to draw on a lot of people kind of, not looking out for him, right? Is what I'm seeing. He's having to defend himself and defend what he is as a person. He's having to, work at something that, he will get notified or like it's going to develop into a more positive situation. But he's willing to stand on his own 2 feet and be able to take control of situations a little easier. Right, but he is wanting somebody to be in his life. He's looking for a partner. He definitely is looking for options, but he's being very selective as to who he's going to give his heart or his life experiences to. Right, he's very guarded. He's very secretive. He's not really looking for a big like friends and all that kind of a lot of energy around him. He's more of a loner, peaceful type. Okay, so whoever's calling me at 515. You better stop before I block your number. Okay? Stop. So I don't know if that's a troll, you guys, but if I have to, then I will hang it up. 11 calls from one person being disruptive. Okay, I'm blocking it. I'm not having people calling me all night long, so I'm going to block it for now. So it's interrupting our time here as well. 15 phone calls in a matter of 2 seconds. That's crazy. Anyway, so back to yours. So he's doing a lot of like personal growth. He's having to provide, have to defending himself in situations maybe work related. But he's confident. He's got a lot of confidence that he's able to take his own control of his own. He's allowed to stand on his own. And people that are just kind of poking at the fire, as they say. And he's just getting tired of that. He just wants to have some balance. He wants to have quiet. He just wants to relax with somebody, not always feel like they're in conflict together, if that makes sense. He doesn't like being in conflict with others, is what was coming through. He wants to have that nice balanced energy going around at all times, not stressed out and high strung or depressed or anything. He likes to be balanced, but enjoying moments. You can have the ups and downs within the experience, right? So I think that he's making a decision. He wants to have a union. He's just waiting for the right moment to advance to it. He's taking his time and being very selective as to who his partner is, right? Okay, so whoever is 210 that's watching this live stream, you're gonna have to send a text message so I know that you're not a troll. But that's what I'm feeling from him. Your side, your feelings towards the situations as it stands. Okay, so we're going to be disruptive here. I can see this already. We're getting trolls. Okay. So whoever's calling from 210 now, you're blocked. You don't need to, And I'll block people if people cannot stop calling when I'm in the middle of doing a phone call reading, please. Thank you very much. Or you will be blocked and dealt with later. All right, so what's going on for you? I think this is a karmic relationship, and these are the ones that I really try to stay away from in relation to readings. But this is going to be a karmic that's going to be in a positive manner. Okay, I'll show you the card in 1 sec here. I just got to put my phone on charge here. Okay, stay. Don't move. Okay. There. So basically you're getting the karma. So everything that you've done with good intentions is actually helping the karmic situation between these two energies. So you could be looking at a karmic relationship, which they're not bad relationships to have to experience. I know that I went through mine and it was a little bit tumultuous at times, but that's working through the energy that you brought in and been able to deal with your karmic relationship. But the person that you're dealing with, I think, is more of a secluded person. They're very private and not illuminating, right? So you see how the moon isn't like letting off any light, that it's still in its darker sides of things, and working through basically the dark side of all the emotions and learning to deal with them, right? That's what your energy is, and you're grateful for having a connection that you're able to ask the universe information for in regards to your partnership, and just knowing that he stands on his own. He's able to be, honorable with everything he does, and that's one of the good qualities that he does carry with him today, right? Um, he's a very stand-up person. As far as the karma, um, I would be careful whether you're sending out. The question I would have for you right now is, are your intentions been with pure thought and pure mind in regards to the man or person that you are connecting with? Are you doing like a lot of like vocal saying, I wish I had so and so in my life, I really like him, and vocalizing it though, not just thinking about it, like carrying the thought in your head and thinking about the situation. You have to actually vocalize it to the universe for the universe to receive it. So whenever you're having a thought about him, change it to a vocal thought. Say, oh man, I really wish I could go out for a coffee with so and so, and put whoever you're interested in their name there, right? And see how it goes, and start intermingling with the universe to create that connection for you. But I do feel that there is a bit of unsettled business between the two of you. This could be current in this lifetime, or it could have been past life. And everybody's in great happiness that this union can be kind of come forward for you. So this could be 3 different lifetimes that you've interacted with this person. I feel that there's a few years of energy or past lives that you guys have actually lived together, and not realized until you had your spiritual awakening that this was actually even possible to, you're always questioning everything before, and now that you're understanding it to the best of your ability, it's actually bringing you a lot of happiness and a lot of positive karma experiences into your life. But just remember to stay straightforward moving. Don't try to take advantage of situations. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but when you're dealing with a situation or you find that somebody is like being too materialistic, meaning trying to give you too much, there's always something that you have to stand back and ask why. Always ask why. And you'll find out shortly the universe is behind it. You'll get a sign, and something that will stand out at that moment, the synchronicity. I don't know if you know anything about stuff like that, and if you've done any work with that spiritual part of things, but there is a lot of energy that needs to either intermingle, or it needs to be physically attained. Right, so you're looking for the physical, the retaining physical energy to the blessings, and you're feeling really good about the connection is yet to come. Right, so this past, he was defending, always having to define himself through his actions. Then he managed to get through that trouble, and now he's looking for a partner that he can actually have a happy experience with, instead of like continual continual conflict. There's even a cat on the wall. The cat's even keeping watch for someone to be coming towards them. So the cat's even got energy tied to this relationship. I said there's a cat in the mix. Like a cat, like a meow, meow. There's a cat on the wall. There's a little cat on the wall. Is keeping his eyes out for this connection too. They're very spiritual beings. Cats are. So there is a cat on the wall watching and waiting for this person to come forward. They're excited. They know who it is. They have memories of experiences with you. It's like Puss in Boots kind of thing. You're not Puss without the boots, and you're not Boots without the puss. So I definitely feel that this could be, a past, present, or current animal in your life, where it's a sign for him to know that it's, there's a spirit energy or animal spirit energy around you guys. It's very protective of spiritual, they say, okay, that's enough. Okay. Sorry. I am can't. Okay, block it. Blocking. Okay. So we're going to block this one too. So, so then, and this is where the trolls start. This is where the trolls begin. So bear with me. I'm going to block that number too. Let's see how many numbers they can fill up and, be disruptive with. That's why I didn't give my personal number. This is one that I can block and not even have to open until I do readings. So I don't use my personal number on this one. I'm not that foolishly thinking. So if you're getting enjoyment calling, have fun, because it's blocked. I just keep blocking them. If anybody wants a reading that has physically stated that in the chat, by all means, I will do a reading via the phone. Okay, so the overall energy, let's see what's going on for now. What do we have to look forward to Now that we've made the revelations, what are the more revelations into the next step of situations here? You know that it's a good connection. It's positive. It's happy. You know, this could involve children a bit. This could be like a childhood love that you've even carried with you from childhood. Um, but there's a lot of connected energy from when you were kids, is what I'm getting. And then I'm getting the Page of Cups. Not to be careful with how you are manifesting the situation, because there is a lot of chaos following it. That could be your energy that you didn't work through. So make sure everything is on point when you're intermingling your energy with the person that you want to connect. And by that I mean you can actually see that's a lot better. See, there's still a few gaps on one side, but that maybe has a little more work to do. But there's few on the other side. So maybe that's the experience of being able to grow together with this energy and to be able to fill in those pockets of confusion and misunderstandings or anything. Right? But don't give up on the thing. Just be very careful that it's not causing you chaos. And the Two of Swords, you're not willing to make a permanent decision right now as to which way you're going to go. Meaning that you could take path A and end up in the same spot. You could take path B and end up in a different spot. We had two little cards that jumped out of the deck here. Alright. Okay, I'm just going to turn the volume. I can't even turn the volume. Okay, so we're blocking this number. Okay. And I don't see anybody in chat saying it's them. Okay, so just give me 1 second here. I'm sorry about this, Kiara. I just don't like it being, what we can hear. Okay, so we block that one. Okay, so whoever's calling in, if you are, say yes in the thing, and let's get the ball going. So you have a Page of Pentacles showing up, and at the end of the day, you're still not quite sure. You're undecided as if you really want to take this journey at this point. You're not feeling that the person wants to communicate. There may be a break in the communication. And you're kind of wondering which way to go because the Two of Swords is upside down. So you're kind of deciding on making this whole moment that we're having right now with the cards is basically trying to offer you clarity in regards to the connection. And I don't feel that he's ignoring you, but he's not even aware that it could be a more in-depth link that you guys have brought back through your reincarnation period. Like you want to start moving forward. You're feeling fresh and new, but right now it's in reverse. It's not feeling that right now. But once it gets moving, it's going to make you feel like a new person. It's going to be treating you with respect and honoring you. And you'll be able to be, in the conversations and feel that you can share your intimate, experiences. You can share, your experiences with somebody else is what you're looking for, and you're not feeling it quite yet that the connection's been made yet. But I don't even think that he understands what connection means, right? So I'm definitely saying that, if you do decide to go one way or the other, be sure that you take care of that before you do, because it could upset, maybe he has feelings for you, seeing as there's somebody, he's looking for somebody, he's waiting for someone, even the cat is even involved in this. I don't know how, but...
can I say one thing?
Yeah?
I have one, it's a black one, and at first I was afraid of it, but it's like, it's always outside of my apartment, and it only comes out when he comes over.
Really?
And I was like, man, it's crazy. But protection is, and I looked at it as something toxic because I'm afraid of them, but I was just like, it had to have a meaning, but I didn't understand the meaning.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second, I just have to deal with something. Okay, you got your one warning. Okay, so now we have trolls dealing with us, Kira. So don't mind. But as far as the cat is concerned, you can actually be connected with a spiritual animal, even being like in this physical dimension. Now we're gonna go. So you trolls keep coming. I just keep blocking the numbers. Sorry, I really apologize about the disruption, but it's not really that disruptive. But yeah, no, I see that you're putting everything kind of on pause because you really like this person. You really want things to move forward. And I do see forward movement. And then, he's being very selective on his information too. He's gone back to not being as giving. He's still providing, people with help, but he's kind of taking a step back, realizing that he's being taken for whatever he can. You know what I mean? Like they're just sucking the life out of them, just because of what he has to offer financially or spiritually stable, right? Um, keep coming, you trolls. Okay, so now I have to go in and deal with troll patrol. But he's the type of person that likes to be the giving person. He likes to be able to offer things to you or to someone. He feels that it's a great message. Oh, there we go. Took care of that. um, so I have nobody in my thing here. That's good. So, he's a very gentle person. He will offer his knowledge or whatever at that point the person is requiring from him. He does a lot more for other people than he does for himself as well. He's very, he worries about others. He doesn't see himself as a priority in certain situations. He'd rather see the smile and the excitement from somebody else receiving a present or a gift from him that makes him feel better. That's what makes him warm and fuzzy inside, right? And that's what he likes doing. That's his personality. He's really into providing for others and having them experience life on a positive note. So maybe his spirituality is a bit deeper than what you thought it was at first, or even I thought it was at first from the cards. He is more spiritual than I would even have seen with disruptions in life and fighting and battling and getting his place in the situations, right? Um, but I think you waiting for him, I think you both are on the same page that, to take this relationship to a different level. I do feel that it is a possibility. It's going to be what takes you from being in reverse and unsure of situations into the being of you're sure now. Like you absolutely know now that this was meant or it wasn't meant, right? But sitting there not knowing and continuing on without knowing what's going on, I think is even harder for you, right? So I think that that's where you're sitting. Okay, so we're getting stupid people calling. Okay, so I just need to volume this down. Hang on. Yeah, so we're just going to ignore this. We're going to turn down that part of... Alright, we'll get it figured. You wait. I'll get this figured out in like 30 seconds here. Okay, so can you still hear me? Are you still able to... Yeah, they're just going to keep calling. Unknown number. Good. Stay there. You stay unknown. I don't care. Alright, so basically, yeah, so, maybe this connection is matured enough that you're able to move forward with it in the right direction. Is there a time frame? Is there a time that this is going to all happen in? Because it's currently in the works, right? Like, you're excited that, you have these feelings. It makes you feel like a young girl again because he just gets you all kind of, like, fuzzy and warm. Like, you're attracted to each other. You are physically attracted. He's physically attracted. You're both wearing the same color of clothing. Like, watch. See? He's wearing a green coat with fur, and there's you in your green dress. Isn't that, like, that's just like a couple meant to be together. The way I look at it. But he's going to be the yin to your yang. Like, you're going to end up finding out that you guys are more compatible in so many different ways that, he thinks a lot like you do, not always thinking about yourself, but being, thoughtful of others first. And then worrying about yourself. That's the kind of energy that he's appreciative of. You will definitely have bonus points for being that style of a person, right? I think it's positive, and being able to provide for others it's a blessing in itself, even if it's a small bag of chips or, a chocolate bar or a coffee, you know what I mean? It's just that little moment that you get to share, that you both understand, right? You both are on the same page as that's concerned. Okay, so let's see what your energy is going to be upon, do you move forward in the direction that you want for this person? Is now a good time? Can we get kind of one card for the time frame, please? All right, so we got 2. Well, it's up to you when you want to make the connection. Because really, there's nothing going on. In the direction that you wanted to go, there's nothing happening there. So go back to, pursuing this person and see what develops. Okay, so all your energy is focusing on something, but nothing has been manifested into being a situation or anything yet. It's just, it's yours to be created at this point, right? You can make this into a relationship. You can be a friendship, whatever you want it to be, and what you want to create it with your wands. Then create it. There's nothing stopping you. There's nobody standing in your way. It's just you getting, you know, balanced enough and in the right direction to find the balance of what direction you want to go in. Like really working through the confusion part for yourself is going to be a big asset for this to be come to situations. But you got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, not meaning that you're not going to suffer by any means. You're still going to be able to have enough to provide. On the other hand, it's it it's basically you have been creating this stuff for your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever you want to call it, the partner that you want to have for the rest of your life, is what this energy could end up turning into. You could end up seeing that it's a long-term relationship, movement forward, but it's been put on hold for the time being until you actually, start moving in the relationship, right? But it's going to help with, the situation that you're going to be able to manage with him. Things are going to move off in a great feeling, and we've got all cards flying out over top here. So we're getting mixed energy here. We've got a his and hers pile, I'll tell you that much. We've got the his and hers. Let's find out what the his and hers says now, after you finding out this kind of stuff. So on his side, he's got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, or Wheel of the Year in reverse. He's got the Ten of Wands, which means he's carrying a big load, like he's carrying a heavy load with, bringing everything with him wherever he goes, and packing it, right? So he's got all these wands coming through. And there goes my lights. My lights are acting up. He's carrying everything. Like he takes everything and can handle it. He can handle the weight. He can handle the journey. If it causes him not to be able to bring something with him, he won't go. Right? He likes to have everything with him and balanced and dealt with. Right? When he comes in. And there's a Fool. So he's free and he's gay. He's single. Like he's just enjoying life and wants to be able to share it with someone. Then you have the Hierophant that. It's like, hey, if it works, it works. Just make sure it's the free will of the other person that you're working with. So you got the ten of Pentacles in reverse, not meaning that there is future in the card. The Ten of Pentacles. If you look into the background there, there's a couple there looking forward to what could possibly be next in the journey that you might be experiencing. A new family, a birth to a new relationship too. That birth of the child could be meaning the birth of the new relationship. Um, and the connection that you're going to be making, and this is what you want, and seeing eye to eye before you guys even get serious, that you guys both understand that this is something that you both want. But being on the same page at the same time is very important for you. And then we have the Three of Wands coming out now, and it's you waiting for him now. He's been watching for you, you've been watching for him, and now you're both just watching them to see who makes the first move. So it could be like a challenge for him. Maybe he's shy, he doesn't want to move forward in case he gets rejected by you. And then we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So it's trying to take a different avenue. Like this is all going to be like really cool new energy that's going to come through for you. But you're not feeling that you have to defend yourself in any way. So which is going to make the transition and love and feeling of the relationship a little easier. Because you're both walking in without the stress. I definitely feel there's not any stress. And there you go. There's your Ace of Cups right there, overflowing with whatever you manifesting is a good time to manifest. This is going to be a blessing of abundance for you, especially if this person is willing to be in a partnership. But I feel that he's working towards that, and he's working on the same kind of thing. So I think that you guys will actually find a lot of similarities in things you do as you get to know each other. And then you have the Ten of Cups. So we have a lot of... Okay, where is that coming from? Like, seriously. What? Like, why is my lights flickering like that? That freaks me out sometimes because I have paranormal stuff going around with spirit energy here. But you got the Ten of Cups as well, so it means you get to celebrate. You finally made the connection, the completion, and be able to start the new journey together, right? So you both have gone through what you've had to kind of grow from and realize that it was a mistake. Okay, that's the second. Okay, I want to see how many times this goes off because either somebody connected to you is channeling into my house through spirit and wants me to recognize, and that's confirmation from those flickers at certain times I said things of it confirming it. Okay, so don't get freaked out. Like everybody, see there it goes again. It's like a light that just goes right off over top of me. It's like a flash. Right? So I don't know. Like it freaks me out sometimes. So whoever is here in spirit, we're gonna open up the spirit box. I think that's what we're doing. We're gonna open up the spirit box for you guys to hear. Definitely, the spirit energy is around to actually have a message given tonight. It doesn't usually do that. That's why, when it does, it's some messages that have to come through. But I do feel this is a good start to where you want to be. I think this person is gonna, be a compliment, and you're gonna compliment each other, and be supportive of each other. When it happens, allow it to do it naturally. Don't force it. Just let it come to you, and at the right time that it is necessary. So if it feels like it's like 6 months late and you still haven't heard anything, then be more vocal. Like from the beginning of this intimate or this introduction to a new relationship, just be very not for greed. You want this because this is what you want to move your life into. This is what you're needing to get your life going, and you're ready to have that information given to you. Okay, and never second guess yourself. You always when you're thinking of doing something. This is just an overall energy pickup. I don't necessarily need cards for this either, but you definitely you like to do everything to point, but sometimes you have to just kind of let it whim through. Just take it and just deal with it, and have fun with it. Not sit there and just kind of ponder it, because you might miss the moment, right? If you aren't paying attention. Sometimes you miss it. You miss the opportunity because you weren't paying attention in the first place. But now you know that there is this connection that's trying to be developed, and you know that you can move in that direction safely, right? There's nobody else that's involved in this situation but you and him. I didn't see any third party or anything like that. Um, so yeah. So is there anything else you wanted to know in regards to that relationship, or you want to just let it go naturally? Oh, see the song "Come On." I hope it's going to come true. So you're wishing again. You're wishing now, aren't you? You're preparing yourself. You are preparing yourself for this. Are you still there? So yeah. So I don't know if there's any questions you have. Okay, things stop. So if there's any questions that you have, feel free to ask them. Okay, so what's going on? My phone. Okay, so I don't know if you're still there. I guess you're not. Oh,
Let it go natural. Now see the song "Come On." I hope it's gonna come true. You're wishing it. You're wishing now. You fucking bitch. You deserve to die, you cocksucker.
well, I'm glad it all worked out for you. I really feel positive things are moving forward for you, though, Clara. Don't let anybody, kind of put you off on that feeling, because you have yourself that, you know what's right for you. You'll do just fine. I think it'll be a great connection. So if you want to leave a donation or something, feel free to. I'd be grateful for that. Yeah, and I wish you all the best on the experiences. We just had a... Okay, so Laura Klinger, sorry I'm not answering any twin flames for you. Sorry. Okay, so I'm not using the channel number. There you go. Closed. But thank you guys for everybody showing up tonight. I had a really good evening. The phone line has been closed, so you little trolls that want to hang out here, find somewhere else to go because you're not going to have any advantage here. I'll send out some energy towards every single one of you trolls, and you'll be manifesting a lot of shit storm from me. So if you want to fucking continue your bullshit and calling and harassing and everything else, I pray to God that you don't end up getting hurt. I pray that you don't get hurt, but I'll make sure that you'll have something to give you a fucking wake-up call as to who you're fucking with. Make sure of that, you little troll. I will curse you all to hell. How's that sound? If not, no, hell I think would be too... I think that would be too cushy for you, too. I think we'll just put you into the abyss. I think we'll have people staring at you just randomly, just creeping you out continuously, that people won't even look at you straight in the eye anymore because you're no good for fucking nothing energy that doesn't deserve to have an existence here on Earth. So goodbye. Sorry. So no twin flame reading. You can go and ask the trolls that are trolling my room right now or my chat. Feel free to ask them. I'm sure they'll help you out. They like to be very they like to be very intrusive and into the the chat so much they can answer your question for you. I'm sorry, Laura, but I'm not playing tonight. I don't want to deal with twin flame relationships or out of the question here. Sorry. Find somebody else to. Ask a different question. Go ahead, ask a question. It's at my discretion whether I want to answer it, though. I think I know that already. Oh, I'm bored. Can I be a troll too? I want to grow up and be a troll. They have such a soft life. Here I have to sit here and do readings and they get to run around and cause chaos. Damn it. I want to be a troll. Fuck that. Useless pieces of wasted skin on my dime. Nah. I'll give you that dime to get the fuck out of here, though. Hey, sorry, Laura, that you had to come at the wrong time. I really apologize. But it happens. It does happen, right? So I'm here. I'm still doing my job because it's my commitment that I make to my channel and to the people that visit my channel that are, that have two bits of a brain at least, not just that one bit that they think they can only function from. If it's the twin flame thing, relationship, and you want to know how he's feeling about you, I can answer it only to a certain part. And I think you're just, and to be honest with you, I don't sugarcoat it. I tell you how I'm getting it. And the thing that I am getting right now is that he's not even pondering you. He's not thinking about you at all. I don't think he even really has the time to. Sorry, but I don't think you're not one of the main thoughts that he thinks about regularly. It's just what I'm receiving, right? If there's communication, then maybe you should ask him as to what's going on. Why is he feeling the way he is? If you guys have communication, does he even know anything about being a twin flame? So if I was, say, to walk up to this guy and say, do you know what a twin flame is? Would he be able to answer that question? See, a lot of people use this twin flame energy to manipulate situations that end up in the wrong intention and don't get resolved. Um, you'll bring back a negative energy for a twin flame if you're working against his will. So I would really like to know. He knows what a twin flame is. Okay. So have you explained that you are one of his twin flames, that he needs to make a decision whether there's going to be a union or not? You have to be on the same page there. You need to get all these questions answered for yourself. It's not for me to know. That's a little too personal as to why he's going through what he is right now. And I won't just develop into somebody else's energy just to get an answer. So I'm not going and intruding in his personal free will. I won't do it. But if you want just a general overall feel for it, I feel that there is a connection, but I don't feel that it's connected at the moment. Like it's like, you have a plug, you got the, you have the one cord you're going to plug in to make the connection, and it just doesn't fit yet, right? So it's just a little bit too short to reach the plug, right? So it's not, um, but you never know, right? You just never know how fast and how fast he wants to go, or if he's even finding the information, that doing his research into a twin flame connection and soul connections on his own doing, right? Not because you are telling him to, but allowing him to grow at his own pace, and just accepting the fact that you may not receive the answer in, the time that you want, but it's divinely being, tracked, and things happen for a reason, right? So if he's ignoring you or anything, there's obviously a reason. Either it's being brought up too much about this twin thing, and he's starting to feel that he has to be obligated to someone, right? That's what I get when I hear that word, twin flame. I'm not obligated to anybody that I don't want, right? So maybe that's where he's coming from. I don't feel he hates you. I think he wants to remain on a friendship as on the level of friends. I don't feel that he wants to get intimate at this time, but that's, who's to say that that can't happen after you guys get to know each other and learn, hey, maybe there is, maybe the thoughts and things that you guys do are very similar in the way you do them. And it's getting to know that person, having the communication to share that with. And for the other person to want to be in communication is another big thing, right? So you kind of have to kind of take it all and ask yourself, are you receiving what you want from this relationship? And if your answer is no, then what do you require from this connection to make it feel like it's going into a more positive way? And your answer to that is blah, 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 whatever. Or being in tune with yourself and not having to feel the necessity of having a relationship with this person if they're a twin flame. Are you strong enough to even stand on your own? Are you using this as a way to not have to deal with things, or being alone? Do you have a fear of being alone? You have to have somebody in your life, that you're just always needing from other people, and never giving or wanting, just a friendship, and be happy with what you get. People go to a restaurant or order a steak dinner that they say medium well, and they come back and it's raw. Are you going to stick around where it's just not getting the messages that aren't completing to get what you want out of it? Then maybe you need to either refocus your energy as to where you're headed. Your intentions have to be in check. You have to be in check, and on an understanding that it may not work, right? They may not want to have that connection. Maybe it's too much drama, or it's too much complication, or it's too much demanding of the energy than they're willing to give. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's going on. I think he just needs time to kind of understand what's going on without, being told what's going on, allowing him to have that space away from you to be able to grow and maybe grow in a direction of wanting to know more, becoming more of an investigator into the situations, right? You have to be, for me, it's like if somebody came out and told me this, I'd go and do my homework and say, hey, that's cool. I wouldn't mind trying that out. I get that kind of just that, they have these things that happen, right? But it all depends on how spiritual he wants to be, right? He may not want to be as spiritual as you are, and that's okay. He doesn't have to. But if he's willing to, try it, and, it's all depending on his energy and what he's feeling comfortable as far as sharing with you, so. And yeah, doing self-care is awesome. You're carrying yourself more positively. You're doing things, that are keeping you occupied, and, and just, keep doing that, right? You can never love yourself enough. But finding somebody else to love you because you don't love yourself, that could be a long wait, Okay, so don't wait for it. Do it yourself. Be independent still. Be an independent energy that you're not going to end up being, you know, stuck at the hip together, or you're not able to move without the other person. Like, you don't want to have a clingy relationship when it comes down to anything. Okay? So just move in a positive. Worry about yourself. If you're having thoughts of him, and it's overwhelming, distract yourself from it. Because if it's not something that is going to happen soon, you may be wanting to prepare yourself for, maybe you're not having communication, or the communication might come at a weird time that might catch you off guard and see what you're doing, right? So keep moving in a positive direction. Don't stop, right? Don't stop thinking about the person. Don't stop, wanting to have the relationship, but being on board with the other person. There's a big, you know, situation right there is basically, are you going to make it through to get to that next level? I think is what you're worried about, that you won't be acknowledged. But somebody that's hounding somebody will not get acknowledged. Like, people that have no purpose, or are less intellectual than the people having the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, you're aware, he's aware, but allowing each one to kind of come slowly at your own pace, to the same direction. You don't want to just smash together and that's it, right? You don't want to have a fall apart just because you went in too fast, right? You want to land the plane smoothly, not crash it, okay? You don't want to crash the plane. You want to fly it in, land that puppy, just smooth as ice, is what you want. You just want a smooth landing, not that, woo, all this mixed energy flowing everywhere and then all of a sudden crash, right? You don't want that. So keep it balanced. Okay? Look after yourself and keep him at arm's length maybe for a bit. Be a little bit mysterious with the person. Let him be kind of wondering what's going on. You know what I mean? But don't give him too much space that he's just kind of flow out of the yard fucking and end up in somebody else's yard. You know what I mean? Like, so much space is limited, but it's not limited to, this dimension. You just want something to start moving forward, and that's where you're going to do the internal part and let your real part shine out. Go through all that energy and work through everything. So you're coming in with a positive, with a bright. See, the light just changed again. With a bright, more illuminated. Maybe that's what it's talking. Illuminate yourself more. Work from inside out, not from the outside in. You have to work from the inside out. Okay, that's good. So with that, I think that's going to be it for you guys. I'm really grateful for everybody that did stick around, and for all the readings and general information I was able to share with most of you. But yeah, so if you want more insight, feel free to email me. Donations can be made, at, oops, I'll put my donation link in here one more time for you guys to be able to do a donation, for your readings. It was really nice if you guys can support the channel. All right, so there's the link. You can go to that link and do a donation. It'd be greatly appreciated for you guys that have had readings. So this is the end of tonight, where you've got the Afterlight box. I'm going to start a feed here after this one. I'm going to come back and I'm going to start the Spirit box. So give me like 30 minutes to regroup and do a little bit of meditation, clear my energy for the next session that we're going to have for Friday night Spookville, and see what my energies have to say to you. All right. Maybe we'll pull a couple cards, get their reflecting on it, because they will reflect as we are actually doing readings. It's an amazing experience, so hopefully you guys will come back, tune into the experience, because you're going to enjoy it. All right, so we'll see you back here in 30